Good num num morning. We're back again with the 18th session of Blue Reflection Second Light. And the beginning, as I think of my mic, sorry about that, the beginning of our second playthrough. If you haven't been keeping up, I will reiterate for the start of this. There is reason and merit to go through Blue Reflection again, which is why I'm doing it. Essentially, there are a plethora of unique extra scenes that we missed throughout the course of the main adventure, and a number of them that are New Game Plus exclusive. Additionally, I want to see the end of every character's character arc, which requires you to get to talent level 10, something we only managed to do with Best Girl Uta last time. And finally, there is a true ending if you can get to the end of NG Plus and have someone at talent level 10 and choose to hang out with them in the final moment. All of this with a little extra spice. We're doing it in NG Plus because you have to get access to these things, but I have been debating for a while. Let me just start it up on Declare Data number 1. So it's going to be a completely fresh start again. Starting with the beginning of the next loop, because we now understand what this all means. This is a time loop that Ao is stuck in, and we are going to be doing our NG Plus route to basically try and break her out of it. She drops her phone, and when she comes back for it, the loop begins. Because this is literally her heartscape location. Ever since I can remember, I wanted to be somebody special. And we will be going through all the cutscenes again for the record. I love this game. It's going to be a slow burn, which is why, if you're not interested, don't worry. This isn't going to be the only thing going on. I will be alternating between this and other stuff. There may be points where I knuckle down and do more streams of this in a row, but we'll get to those points when we get to them. If I was, maybe this boring life I lead would transform itself into a whole different world. Then she realizes she dropped her phone and goes back to go find it. But our summer vacation together. And we're also going to be using this playthrough as an opportunity to try and pick up on context clues. Now we have the context of the main adventure. See, if we pick up on little details like this, like I said, we now know that this is part of a time loop. And that flash there, you saw it for a split second, that was the time loop going through. This is it linking back around. Morning, Camo. So sorry for the late start, I just had family over. I know I usually would be like 2 hours in by now, but what can you do? Ow. Ow, you should wake up soon. And I know it says on the chat, on the live stream, Death Wish, and we will be putting it on Death Wish, but if it gets to a point where it gets too ridiculous, I will bite the bullet and lower to hard. I won't lower to normal, because I want there to be at least something for this. It's just, if it gets too much. Just how long are you planning to sleep? Who are you? Still half asleep, huh? It's me, Kokoro Utsubo. Kokoro. Right, of course. Oh, and there's that music. I thought something had happened to you. I kept messaging you on free space, but you never replied. Oh, my bad. It's weird being back to this. Seriously, don't you know how worried she was? Hello, Reina. Oh, good, you're back in your default. I'm used to the black coat too much. Sorry, Reina. Everything's been a mess since you showed up, Hoshizaki. I think it's been fun. Things have been nice and lively. Hear that? I make this place nice and lively. Stop. Yes, ma'am. Shall we go soon? We're exploring the faraway. Oh yeah, this is before they call them heartscapes. The faraway again today, right? You know it. Let's go. And no mention of a little troublemaker yet. They introduce her later. Oh my, okay. Hang on. Hang on. Just gotta mash the X button for a minute. Hang on. An island, makeover kit, the jumpstart fragments. Yep. But it literally will be Ao's Harem. If the rank 10 we got with Uta is anything to go by, everyone's rank 10 will be them confessing to Ao in some form or another, outside of probably Reina and Yuki. Oh my god. Okay, we're free. Okay, first things first. Alright, let's... Oh boy. Yep, and now that's saved in the system. Oh boy. So yeah, we do have all of these fragments carried over. So it'll give us some room to breathe, but not much. And of course it was a level 1 again, and we lose all our data on the people, because it literally counts as a new start. Boom, 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 boom. But how are you doing, Camo, anyway? Oh, whilst we're doing it, the only other thing I need to pay attention to, the locations, there's a trophy that's like says explore all the heartscapes. It's talking about this. It's technically a collectible. You have to find every unique little scene around the game's world. So you see out there's 17 in the school. At first you could only access 16 of them because rooftop storage doesn't come available till later. Made a USPSN account, I was browsing USPSN sort, and I saw Second Light was added to the Amazing Heroines collection. That's cute. So in the UK, I don't know if they've changed it, but it wasn't on the Pride Month game list, which I thought was insane considering there's actually, you know, a really, really well-written gay relationship. But whatever. Or maybe they did want to add it because it technically would have been spoilers, but oh well. But so I've got 5 of 6 in Kokoros. I missed one in Kokoros, and I know where it is because I actually between streams I loaded up my save from just before the final boss and scrolled through all of these to actually pinpoint what exact ones I'm missing. I'm missing there's one in the stealth section that once you do the stealth section you need to go to before leaving it, otherwise you miss it. That I missed because the other one is the Fallen Tree Bridge, so we'll go do that. I've got all of Shios, so we can kind of go through these quite quickly. The next one I think is the sisters, right? Yes, I'm missing one of the sisters. In the opening area, there's an optional scene you can get, but only after Mio has also joined the party. So when you first go then, you've just got Hiyori, and you find Mio halfway through. You then need to actually go back and explore the first area, and there's one I missed there. I've got all of Uta's, because of course I do. The only one I am missing of Yuki's is in the last area. Before you light up all the stars, you need to go to the telescope. Because that's that really cheeky one. And then over in Owl's, I'm also missing one, and that's just because I didn't explore enough. You just need to waddle around and you can find it. So it's assuming we don't miss any. When we get back to Owl's Heartscape, there should be one little scene to get, and then we should get that trophy. And then all the other trophies I've got left to do are talent level 10s. So we really haven't got too much to do. And like, all our facilities are logged. Well, all of these are logged, but I have no idea if we have to make them again, because these obviously aren't all of them, all the things we made. There's a handful of them here, but it's like the rocket's not a part of this. All of the giant structures, all the ones that tied to plot, obviously aren't there. Like there's only a few things here. I'm curious whether that's actually going to be in our inventory or whether we've lost them. And obviously it also keeps track of all the demons, including the bosses, including Da World, because what a name for a boss. The one that desires the end is still the coolest name for it. I don't know what, like, come on, that's sick. Anyway, I'm getting off topic. I just wanted to kind of clarify, like, all the stuff we actually start with. We don't actually have any, if I go to my items again, it still wasn't on Pride Month, but it's in regular RPGs and JRPGs collection, which is how I found it. I'm just happy to have access to BR1 when it gets a sale. Yeah, that's it. I think you'll enjoy it. I think you'll enjoy the first game. I mean, you've watched the live streams from the first one, so you know what to expect. You know that it's a bit clunky. You know it's a bit slower. You know, like there isn't like as full much dungeon, and there isn't as much like as effective character writing. I nearly said. God, I'm tired. Character writing. Sorry, but it's still a fun experience, and I think with how much this game's linked to both of us, I think you'll enjoy it. It's so... Oh, and also, first chance we get to change costumes, I'm going to make sure to try and have characters in different costumes. Can we find... Do you think we could find Yuki in the workroom? Oh no, never mind. It's like, no. No. You're not supposed to have met her yet. So hot. Then take your jacket off, which is what we will be doing. With Coco, I think I'll just keep her as default since I changed her last time. And Reina will see I might keep her as default, but I don't want everyone to be default. I want to like go out my way to make sure everyone looks a bit different. It's like with Alex, and I'll be taking her jacket off as soon as we can. Perfect weather for laundry. Which reminds me, did you hang up the laundry like I asked? Of course. I made sure to do that before my nap. And the other thing that'll be fun about this playthrough, we already have established all the voices I've done for all the characters, so I'm not having to fumble with it as we go through it. Good. We're the only ones here, so even if one person slacks off, it affects all of us. I know, I know. I just want to get into a fight to see how much I can notice Death Wish. I mean, it'll be super hard earlier on anyway, because, you know, early game you really don't have that many resources. School's so empty now, really weird after getting... Yeah, I mean, like, it's weird because, like, we don't have Shio, who's, like, such a housewife-esque character who, like, fixes everything and helps everything out, that we're so used to having them. I said, Yuki hasn't even been introduced yet. It's literally just these three right this second. We don't have, you know, Hinako, we don't have Hiyori and Mio, we don't have Kirara, we don't have Best Girl, we don't have, like, even Yuzu or Lime yet. I mean, technically Yuzu is around, we just don't see her. That's good, though. It should dry quicker in weather like this. Yeah. It's the same no matter how many times I wake up. I guess this is all real. I remember I was going to summer classes. Everything was normal until I entered the classroom. Yep. And because now we have context, we know that she already started the loop at this point. So that the moment she dropped her phone, there was a flash that started the loop. So in NG+, it's going to be interrupting that. It's just someone noticing her, and that being whoever you pick, whoever's on talent level 10, probably taking her wrist and stopping her and interrupting it. Then I met someone new. You surprised me. I didn't think anyone would come here. I don't believe this. I have to introduce you to the others. Huh? Hey! Huh? Come with me. I think that's the other thing that I think helps make the characters so interesting, is usually just using a stealth potion for the first 4 chapters or sneaking out. From what I can tell, it's that she's always around, she's just being very sneaky. She's actively avoiding them at all costs. And maybe she was in 2A. Speaking of, as soon as we get the chance, we need to go check out 2A to see if it unlocks now. Hang on, where are we? Or if that room is forever locked. What is this? I'm just excited to go through this plot again. I think the only part of it that I'm not looking forward to a little is the whole thing with, I forget what it's called, the thing on our phone. What was it, like, Resource, that's it. I felt that Resource was a bit of a, like, I guess, like, undercooked thing. Because it felt like we were all predicting it and making out like, oh, it's going to be some evil god or something. And I get the whole point of it is that it's an anti-twist and it ends up being something really simple. But it was the fact that it was just like, Lime went, oh yeah, that's me. I was like, what? But that's like the only thing I'm kind of like not looking forward to going through again. Them getting suspicious of Resource just for it to kind of have like a really anticlimactic end. But everything else, I'm super excited to go through Reina's Heartscape again. Now we understand the context and where it's going. See if we can pick up on the signs earlier on of their relationship. To go through Yuki's again, already knowing she's dead. I mean, we already kind of knew when we went in there, like the hospital and everything, but seeing the glimmers of it and how it pieces together, understanding all the pieces of it, Uta's relationship with her grandmother, now we know how that ends. You know, like things with Kirara, things with like the sisters, all that stuff. Like I think it's gonna be super exciting. Now we have knowledge, the gift of knowledge, to go through it again. As soon as I left the classroom, I found myself in this world. Resource felt like a red herring. Yeah, and it was a good red herring. It's just that it's good at being a red herring. It's just like, I don't know, I feel like they could have done something a little more with it than just, oh, by the way, it's Lime. Ow. Because they spend so much time having the game actively make you doubt Resource. Oh, sorry, it's nothing. Come on, let's go. School with nobody in it. Scenery that can't possibly be real. I wonder if the ground's still going to be broken up in places, surrounded by water that extends as far as the eye can see. There's no escape from this school. Like, is the ground still broken up again, so I have to get it repaired later in the game to get more spots? Or, do I have free range to just plant everything down now? I've already been living here with these girls for 3 days. So I haven't found a way home. Because that's the thing, after that, they don't bring up how much time has passed ever again. After that bit where it says, like, she's been there for 3 days. They talk about summer vacation, so I'm sitting here, like, probably, like, 2 months at most this probably game takes place within. Which is probably why all the girls get so used to one another, because I think even after Uta joins, there's probably a good 2 or 3 weeks before we get nearest to the end of, like, their journey. We call this the Faraway, with that nostalgic music. And listening to the soundtrack, like the official OST for this game, I didn't realise how many abstract sounds exist in a lot of the tracks. Like, you can hear it already, like, if you listen carefully. It's not just, like, the piano and, like the violin and whatnot. There are these strange, just noises, these abstract sounds that are just there to make it feel like you're a part of the scenery more, and it does a fantastic job at pulling you in. Because, like, you're hearing, like, a woodcutter every now and then, like, muffled in the background, which makes sense considering the woods. Or, like, you know, like the one that we put out immediately was the one in Yuki's, where you can hear a heart pressing machine in the music. Like, there's a lot of abstract sounds in a lot of the tracks, and I didn't realize just how plentiful they actually are until I started going through the OST myself. Like, they're everywhere. It's actually kind of interesting trying to figure out what's like actual sound effects that the game's just playing, like bird singing and whatnot, and what's actually part of the soundtrack. Something appeared yesterday and connects to somewhere completely different than the waterlocked world, hence the Faraway. It's an even stranger place than the school, if you can believe that. But it may be the key to finding our way back to my world. Oh yeah, this is back when Al still believes that she comes from a different world from everyone else. I forgot that that's a thread that Al has at the start, where she thinks her world is different from Reina's, Koko's, and Yuki's. Okay, here we go. Let's figure out where exactly this place is. Wait, we're just here to gather food today. What? Why? Morning, John. Welcome to the I'm probably going to get my head ripped off Death Wish playthrough. But now with context, because we've done the first one. We're not much time because someone decided to take a nap. Kokoro, Reina's bullying me. That's something I actually miss later in the game. They still have banter, but because there's so many more faces, the banter isn't as common, ironically, because there's so many more faces to worry about. But in the early game, there's a lot of this. It's like, I kind of missed it later on, the banter some of the characters had. Look, they're still there later on, but not as prevalent as it is now. Because it is very much Reina versus Ao and Yuki for like the first act. Oh, there. She can be scared. And Ao being the cheekiest protagonist in gaming. Look. Genuinely, what I'd give for more protagonists like Ao, who have their own personality and character. Because look at that smile. She knows what she's doing. She can be scary, can't she? But today, we're going to have to just gather food and head home, okay? Okay. Oh, please. So, anything we want in particular today? Those eggs yesterday were delicious. I wonder if we can find any more of them. I know how to play the game. Oh, I can't put any of these on yet. Oh god! I just glanced at the health. Oh, I'm used to it being like 400 or 500. Oh, I forgot how low your health is at the start of the game. Oh! Oh! I can't even attack. I just press square impulsively to start cutting the grass, and I can't. We haven't been introduced to that yet. And the barricade's still here. It's weird thinking that Al was in the loop even on your first playthrough, and this will repeat indefinitely and probably has until the true ending. Yeah, but it's really clever in that sense, because like the ending, like the very last thing you see in the ending scene, after you see whoever you went with the most, walking down the street, is you see the phone drop again, confirming the time loop begins. So when you go into New Game Plus, the game starts with the phone hitting the ground, but the last thing you see was it falling through the air, so it literally makes a perfect circle in the writing. So yeah, hours in the loop. Everyone else, you know, is just where they are. They don't remember anything. Which also makes it kind of cute that in every single time loop, Reina and Yuki fall in love with one another. Just throwing that out there, that's kind of cute, whether they intended that to be that way or not. That's really sweet. But yeah, Ao could have been done this dozens of times by now and not realized. Looks like they've come to play again. What, do you want our food or something? Be careful. Alright, let's see how hard Death Wish is. Let's see how quickly I regret putting this on Death Wish. Because if it gets too ridiculous, I will lower it to hard. I know how to play the game. Oh my, okay, we do have to go through the whole tutorial. This fight is probably not going to have it be apparent. I suppose these are some of like the smaller things that would be a bit quicker. Because we've done all the tutorials and we know how to play this game. Oh, okay, that health. I know that we got to do the combo and whatnot, but ugh. This enemy's a bit bulkier. Also, if the difficulty only very heavily affects health more than anything, that will probably also encourage me to lower the difficulty, because I don't really care for... Oh, look at Ao's health. Oh, okay, this is going to be interesting. Okay. Do we have any items to even start with? No, we don't. Okay, Reina, save me. Please. Thank you. I don't know if that's safe. I think a critical would still kill us. And we don't have any kind of resurrection, so... Ugh. Yeah, I'm going to heal again just to be on the safe side. Yeah, that's brutal. Oh, Reina! Okay, I'm glad I've decided to keep Reina in this party, because, you know, Reina's the most defensive unit. I need to put them on map. Okay, they killed him, never mind. Okay, this is going to be interesting. You know that part in this dungeon where there's a part where the game says, hey, you can circumvent enemies by, you know, trying to find sneaky ways around them? I think we're going to have to. And then we get to that point. So I think those enemies might just rip our heads off. Because they were challenging on normal, if I recall. Nice work, you two. Yeah, you too, Kokoro. Still, I wonder what these rings are exactly. They were on our fingers before we realised. When did you put yours on, Al? It was already on my finger when I got here. That's because you're reflectors. We can think about that later. Let's focus on finding those eggs. Oh yeah, this theme, what I call the Al Harem Antics theme, because it's usually where it mostly plays, taking out girls on dates. I don't see any. They were around here yesterday, weren't they? The fact that we found them here in the first place must mean there's a nest nearby, right? A nest. JRPGs love brutal modes. My royal playthrough is on Merciless, and Joko and Co got one shot by criticals and weaknesses. Shin Megami Tensei 3 Nocturne is very infamous for if you survive the tutorial fight in hard mode, it's entirely down to luck. Because the enemy only gets to attack twice. If either of them are a crit, the next hit will kill you on hard. So it's entirely luck based whether you survive the tutorial fight of SMT3 Nocturne on hard. On normal, if you get crit, you have to get crit again, and then you're fucked. So the odds of that happening are extremely unlikely from the 2 crits in a row. But in fact, on hard, it only takes 1 crit, and you failed the tutorial fight at no fault of your own. Yeah, JRPGs can be evil. Atlas hard used to mean a lot. Like in Persona 5, it's still quite difficult, but Atlas hard modes in like their older games used to be some of the most vicious JRPG hard modes in the industry. And if you don't believe me, if you ever try Shin Megami Tensei 3 Nocturne, try it for about an hour on hard, and you'll feel it. You'll feel it immediately. Like Atlas hard used to mean a hell of a lot in RPGs. They used to be evil. Whether it was Digital Devil, whether it was Strange Journey, whether it was SMT4. SMT4's hard mode is one of the most evil goddamn things I've ever played. It's so vicious how quickly like a basic enemy that you're 30 levels above can somehow just one-shot you because it got hit your weakness and then used it to stack turns and then hit you with everything and kill you in one full turn. It's genuinely insane. And they've toned it down a bit over the years, but they're still brutal. You don't plan to climb up there, are you? Sure am. Also, it's kind of cute when we consider how this game ends with us, you know, fighting the god that's already destroyed 99% of the planet, that we defeat it to, you know, rebuild a new planet. This game starts with us with Reina worrying that we might fall off a house trying to get eggs from a nest and injure ourselves. You know, the level of threat really radically changes as this game goes on. You can wait down here, Reina. We'll go and get them. If you two are going, I'm coming with you. It's also interesting to see that Reina's fear of heights is present in this little scene, because I didn't even register this until later on. I thought she was just being overly careful, but now we know from, you know, later on that she actually has a fear of heights. This makes sense why she was hesitating and why she didn't want us to go up. Anyway, are you still on 7? Yes, you are. Can I use... I can't believe I'm asking this, but it also shows... I can't. You need to use it in a fight. I can't believe, because of how, you know, comfortable our journey was in the first run, the urgency of the leaky roof saga. Yes, I forgot about that. So it's crazy, like, how relatively comfortable our normal playthrough was after those first 2 dungeons, when I didn't even consider if you could use healing skills outside of battle. Oh, but these are like the location scenes that I'm talking about. So this isn't the one we missed, but if we can catch them all again, I'd like to, because it's nice flavor text. I guess there really isn't anyone living here. Yeah, it didn't look like there was anyone here yesterday either. Who would live in such a dangerous place anyway? Should we look inside? Let's not. We don't want to stir up any trouble. Didn't know you were such a scaredy cat. What? I'm not scared. It's crazy, because I found this music super relaxing on my first playthrough. I'm finding it super nostalgic on this one. It's crazy how sometimes you can get... I think I've talked about this before, but it's really crazy how you can get like all this nostalgic feelings for stuff that isn't that long ago, you know? That they can make that kind of feeling. Because in reality, you know, we literally only just did this game. It's not like it's something from my childhood, you know? It shouldn't be something that's this greatly nostalgic and greatly affecting and all this shit. It's just what it is. It's just, you know, it's just relaxing and it feels nostalgic anyway. Now let's get those eggs. Got 'em. Should we keep looking for more food? I think we should head back soon. Look, Kinjo is starting to get impatient. Oh, this is before you start calling her by her first name too. Yep. So we got resource here, and it's like it ends up meaning nothing. It's like we have all this suspiciousness of resource, and it's just lime. Why am I the only one left out, guys? Where are you? I'm bored. If you don't come back soon, I'm gonna cry. Sounds just like Yuki. I can imagine how she'd be lonely, left being all by herself in that big empty school. Aww. I'm going to end up over-analysing everything Reina says, when half the time it probably isn't supposed to foreshadow that they end up together. But Reina being, like, actually being able to, you know, empathise with Yuki here more than anyone else. Let's get back there quick then. Okay, yeah, no, I can see from here the garden looks a little fucked up still. Alright, where could Yuki be? Probably in the workroom as usual. We're home! Here she is. Finally! I've been waiting forever! Oh, you quit complaining. We've brought lots of ingredients. Yay! Tonight we feast. Wait, we need to ration these carefully. I love how normal Coco's Heartscape feels when you don't even question what it is and it's just floating in the ocean, you just take it all in. Yeah, it just feels like an island off in the distance with like a cozy forest. It's just like a cozy, like it's literally just like, it's just a forest, there's a shack here and there. Like it feels like a normal place despite the circumstance. It's only obviously, you know, later on when we understand it in retrospect do we notice more of the oddities. But we have so much now, we gotta enjoy it. Oh jeez. So, did you find anything out about the faraway? We weren't able to investigate much today, unfortunately. We had some unforeseen difficulties. Yes, unforeseen difficulties. Yeah, what they said, tons of them. Yeah, that place was as strange as ever. I think we got pretty lucky. A whole other world just appearing like that. Yeah, it might offer us some clues about how we got here in the first place. Well, that too, I guess. But I was thinking about all the food we can get there. I was getting tired of nothing but nuts and berries and fish. Well, I wouldn't give for some rice. You'll just have to put up with what you can get. Be thankful you won't starve to death. There might be rice somewhere in the faraway. Let's explore deeper next time. I can't wait. Save it for tomorrow. Let's worry about what's in front of us for now. I'll get dinner started. What to make? I would love some takoyaki again. We do have some eggs, but let's change things up a little. Hey, Ow, see if you can find any herbs or spices. Maybe try the courtyard. I got it, I'll be back. What was Yuki planning to do with that knife? I think I asked that last time, but it's like, what was she doing? The fact that Reina was already getting annoyed at her. I'm back. Oh, thanks. That should be everything now. As long as everyone is here, why don't we all cook together? Agreed. It's getting dark. We should get dinner ready quickly. Can I leave? Can I go far? I just want to check. Is the ground all fucked? Okay, yeah, it absolutely is all fucked up. So we can't put stuff down there just yet. We'll have to do that later. I want to see if we can go to the locker room. I can't quick travel yet, so I just got to run over there. No, not yet. Okay, the game says no. Okay, let's not keep wasting time. Let's go back and actually make some grub. I got the other Heartscapes have some zaniness, like the train tracks in Shio's, Hina's whole Heartscape except that you question none of it despite how normal of a place Coco's is in comparison. Yeah, I mean Coco's has some odd things because the tree at the very back in the second area leads to like a giant extra room that doesn't make sense to be there. But like, that's it. You have to go out and find that first, you know? I know how to craft. I know how to craft. Game, please. Yes, you made it. And it's added to the menu. We need to make a lot of food stuff. I'm going to be grinding resources a lot to make food at this rate. All done. Looks great. Everyone grab a plate. Because we don't even have a... So I'm getting tangled in my wires. Hang on. There we go. Ah, spicy! We don't even have a support character yet. Oops. I accidentally disconnected my headset then. I'm trying to sort out my wires. Sorry about that. What happened? I made one super spicy and hid it. Can't believe I'm the one who got it. What were you thinking? Ah, but that was so much fun as I thought it'd be. I'm gonna get one of you next time. Didn't learn your lesson, huh? I'm stuffed. I'm gonna head back to my room and get ready for bed. Oh, I need to, next chance I get, also see if I can break into 2A. It might make it wait until it's more open before some of the rooms unlock, but still. Like, you know, like chapter 2 or 3-ish. Still, I wonder what this place really is. Because we're technically not even in the prologue yet, are we? We're in the preempt. Because it hasn't introduced prologue chapter yet. What you talking about? The far away, don't you think it's strange? The whole world is strange if you ask me. Compared to the world you came from, you mean? Yeah, the field and road were totally gone. I was just there a second ago. Thought I was losing it. It's great at making me think something's going on, but not looking too deep while making you want to keep going too. It's great pacing mystery, in my opinion. Yeah, I agree. So my biggest thing in this game is the character writing first, and how they incorporate it into the dungeons. I think the character writing in this game is amazing. It's a very slow burner, but it's very well handled, and it endeared me to this entire cast. Like I said, Yuta wouldn't have clicked with me as much as she did if she wasn't written as well as she was. Even if it was like the same idea and same concepts, but just slightly clunkier, it might not have worked. But the fact that she's written as well as she is made me love her. Having a stranger appear out of thin air, it was just us for so long. We didn't even realise how strange it was that we were the only ones here. That's actually something that's worth pointing out. If Ao had never shown up, and all the other girls eventually one by one came in, would all of them have been in the same mindset of just believing they'd always been there and not questioned it? Is it because Al was an outlier that she kind of went, this isn't right, and called it out, that the rest started to realize that something was up? Because keep in mind, the original plan was to, like, shelter these girls, not make them the saviors of the world sort of thing. Which is why they all voluntarily had their memories taken from them by User and Lime. So if all the girls eventually had made it back here, would all of them have just continued their day-to-day life for the rest of time in here? You know, until they grew old and died? Like, would they have just continued the same motions endlessly in this pattern? You know, like, it's something to think about when you realise it when you appeared all of a sudden. Because I said they didn't realise any of this until Al came in and went, where's my home? Where is everything? What's going on? Everyone went, oh yeah, this is a bit weird. Like, what is this place? I can't really remember anything. Oh, of course we remembered some things, like our names of objects and how to use them. The memories of people and where we used to live, all gone, no matter how hard we tried to remember. I see. Are you worried? What do you mean? Well, we don't remember anything. We don't even know if there's somewhere for us to go back to. Oh, that's interesting foreshadowing from Yuki. They don't have anywhere to go back to. To be honest, we don't even have any desire to go back. Yes, that's true. But you remember, don't you, Al? It's okay. I have all of you here with me. I'm not worried. In fact, I'm having lots of fun. It's like we're in a movie or something. I'm just a normal girl. No, you're not. I've always wanted to be a part of something special. Really? Well, then that's good. Be that as it may, we can't stay here forever, right? We should take a closer look at the faraway tomorrow. It may hold some clues about our memories. Got it. Guess we should get ready for bed then. Talk to everyone. Introduce the idea of meeting people. If Al didn't come, Coco's Heartscape would have never appeared, and it would have taken ages to. And even then, they don't adventure it fully at first. Al's the trickster of this game. Yeah, she's the anomaly that ends up changing everything. Oh, Shizaki, have you been sleeping all right? Why? You were sleeping so soundly this afternoon. I thought you might not be getting enough sleep at night. If there's anything on your mind, make sure that you let us know. We're all stuck here together after all. It hasn't been long since you arrived. I wouldn't be surprised if you're still getting used to everything. Are you worried about me? Oh, of course not. Don't be soon. I just wanted to make sure our lives here go smoothly. Oh, really? Stop that. I'm more worried about you, Reina. Isn't it scary not having any memories? I didn't know that I'd had a memory to lose, so I wasn't particularly upset about it. Oh, just you wait. Oh, it's like my memories aren't anything that significant, so I have no reason to be upset. Oh, chapter 4. Oh, chapter 4. Though now that I know, it is quite disturbing. Do you want to get it back? I suppose so, but even more than that, I really want to know why it happened. Oh, really, huh? Something extraordinary must have happened for us to completely lose our memory. I just hope it's not something we'll regret learning. Yeah, look, talent level 6. Everyone's talent level's halved from what it was. Can I check them? No, I can't. You have to unlock that. Everyone's talent level is about around half of what it was, which is interesting that it says 6. Because that means it halved the points, I think. Because she was at rank 9. And she's at 6 now. If it had been like a direct half of the number, it would have put her to like 4-ish, but it's put her at 6. That's something to think about. That's interesting. It should be actually relatively easy to get everyone to rank 10 at this rate. Is that a diary? Yeah, I write in it every day. Writing in it about when we first met, weren't you? What did you write about? What we ate today? What I talked about with Yuki and Reina? Things never change much from day to day, so that's pretty much all I've written about up till now. Huh. But it's been helpful to have a log of what we ate. It helps us remember what turned out well. Like recipes and stuff, yeah? But there's been so much going on recently that my entries have been getting longer and longer. Like what? Well, for starters, you came. And then the faraway appeared. It's so weird having them call it the faraway. Oh, Reina's rank 10, she calls Alf a first name instead of her surname. With really nice touch at the scene. She only calls Yuki her first name in the whole game. Yeah, like, she's if you pay attention to like the Japanese, like, the actual words, Some of the other characters also refer to others by their last names, but they all transition the first names at some point when they get more comfortable. Like, Uta is last names only until she gets more comfortable with people, whilst Hiyori is first names only right from the bat because she's so laid back. Reina, like, she's the only one who I think is kind of consistent at still calling people by their last names. It's just, you know, it's the only one in the subtitles they actually, you know, accentuate that, they highlight that. But then it also works in Reina's favor for highlighting how significant Yuki actually is to her. That she's the only person, even though she admires and respects everyone else, she's the only person she calls by her first name. Because she admires and loves her so much. Anyway, there were demons there, and fighting them was a little scary. I was serious about what I said, you know. Things are nice and lively with you here. I also thank Reina because she's the only reason I remember half the characters' last names. If it wasn't for Reina, I would have forgotten everyone's last names. The only reason I know Yuki's last name is Kinjo is because of Reina. You know, the only reason I know Ao's last name is Toshizaki is because of Reina. You know, I'm glad you came to us, Ao. Oh, you're embarrassing me. I hope her rank 10 is she gets Yuki in on it. Because I think, like, the last loose end of Reina and Yuki's development, it requires both of them. Ultimately, they could even make it where you have to rank 10 both Reina and Yuki before you get their final scene, and their final scene is together or something. They could equally do that with the Hirohara sisters, with Hiyori and Mio, where you have to max out both of them and then you get, like, a unique scene with them together or something. But I'm getting way ahead of myself. That will be a while yet. Especially because a lot of those rank 10 scenes, I imagine we won't be able to see until, like, borderline the end of the game, just like with Uta. But you have something you need to get back to. It'll be sad to see you go, but the most important thing is where you belong. Oh yeah, because they still think they're from a different like, it's not just Ao. Everyone thinks Ao comes from a different world, so they're trying to send her home. We'll have to find a way to get you back. We'll try again tomorrow, okay? No, thank you. She's rank 6. Alright, you, my little menace. Hey, not going to sleep yet. Nah, not feeling very sleepy. Have you gotten used to free space yet? I'm getting there. It's taken a bit, though. I still can't believe that you didn't already have one. I thought everyone was using it these days. Here, I'll show you one more time. Open the app. Alright. Welcome to Free Space 101. Uh-oh. 101? How many levels of these are there? So yeah, it's an app that you can use to message us. To make, if you make a group, you can talk to just the people invited to that group. Not that we have any other groups other than this one. Yeah, the idols. I forget. We need to pay more attention, because I didn't pay attention enough to how much the group chat names. It starts as idols because they don't know what to do. And then later on it becomes, you know, Saving Private Lime, or Lovely Ladies Assembled, and all that stuff. Idols. Yep, whoever came up with it must be like a super genius. So it was you. And that's pretty much it. Thanks, that was a lot of help. So if we can charge our phones, that means we have electricity here, doesn't it? I guess so. And if we're able to message each other, that means we have reception too. Yep. Seems like we have running water and gas too, so where is it all coming from? Good point, I never thought about that before. Something off about this world. We have everything we need, so no harm, no foul, right? Let's take a look at talent. It's gonna be like, okay, your talent levels should be at level 1. This isn't level 1. Oh my god, look how many points we have to start with. Oh my god. Let's take a look at Kokoro's talents. If you spend only 2 points, oh, you're not going to get them all right now. Okay, give me a second. This will give us a nice head start on for this difficulty. God, our stats being in single digits on some of them for a minute there is kind of disturbing of itself. I'm hoping this will make a glimmer of a difference at the start and Death Wish won't just rip our heads off. Oh, HP upon battle end, that's going to be a lifesaver for this. Oh, okay, we have to actually make progress before we can do any of them. Alright, we still have a shit ton of points. Okay, Owl's... Yeah, okay, everyone's except Owl starts at 6. Owl starts at 7. I wonder what Owl's... If Owl gets a unique scene when she hits rank 10. Where she gets one of, like, everyone together or something. Still no fragments available to us. Oh yeah, everyone's still on the same floor. I'm used to Kirara being there. Kukuro, and he said Kokoro, Utsubo. It's because I read Utsubo as I was trying to say Kokoro. My brain got muddled. Reina Miyauchi. Yuji Kinjo. So it's been 3 days since we met. Just what is this world anyway? It could just be a particularly long dream. Could be a prank that's gone on a little too long. I could still laugh all this off, I think. Or maybe this is the afterlife? No, no way. Mum, Dad, are you worried about me? Bet my professor's mad I never made it to class. Enroll on my 4th NG+, and Joker's health in the tutorial fight is 999, but in my YouTube playthrough it was 78 and I was genuinely shocked. Yeah, it was like how far back it goes. I was about to be at single digit defense on everyone for a second there. That was like, oh, I'm used to being like 300. No way I'm getting to sleep now. Here we'll go up to the roof. You can see the dent in the roof. Did you see that? There's a dent in the roof where we patch it up later. It was already there. We just didn't notice it yet. Totally surrounded by water. Just the 4 of us. And everyone but me has lost their memory. Not to mention that we don't understand a thing about the faraway. Just that though we fight demons using weapons that came out of these rings that we all have. I just don't understand. What is this place? My free space. Where'd you go, Al? The bathroom? Way up high. Huh? Free space, huh? Never heard of an app called Free Space until I came here. I remember dropping my phone on the way to summer classes, which begun the loop. When I found it, this app was on it, and then... Be reborn. That message... Yeah, because it's talking about the world. We now know that's talking about the whole world. Reborn, rebirth the world. I couldn't use any of my other apps other than Free Space. Is that how I sense this world? If that's the case, whoever put Free Space on my phone was the one who brought me here. You. Who's there? Hello, Yuzu. Who are you? Why are you here? Huh? Who are you? Why are you here? Yeah, because she's not in part of the collective unconscious, so she is an outlier. I wonder how many people can answer that question with confidence. Since I can remember, I wanted to be somebody. Somebody special. I was just a lost girl, looking for her way home. I found the special that I've been looking for, and yet it's going to tease all the characters that are going to join later on, but now we know who they are. Yep. Because we know all of them now. I remember when like we first started and I saw them all, I was going, whoa, who are they? I don't recognize any of them. And it's like, now it's like, we have the context. We know so much more. We know who they all are. And the fact that this is them looking at, it's going to be the like beginning of the end. Is it going to do the whole like special opening again? No. Okay, now we start the prologue. You know, we're already an hour and a bit in. With her socks in the water, you would psycho. Hey, Al. Oh, this is introducing how the Heartscape even came around, isn't it? Oh, hi Kokoro, what's up? So you're sitting out here, so I thought I'd come talk to you. I've been meaning to ask you, are we really the only people in this world? What do you mean? Last night, I saw someone I'd never seen before, a girl with pigtails. Oh, you mean Yuko? Yep, because they don't have a name for her yet, Yuko. Yeah, we call her that just because she kind of looked like a Yuko to us. Was Al created by one of the gods, or was she a normal girl at one point? She wasn't. What we know for a fact is that she wasn't a part of the collective unconscious, which can mean two things: either one, she never existed, or two, she's been long since dead, and so she isn't tied to that connection conscious of any at all. My theory that she was some kind of experiment in like the common, and she just got caught in the crossfire of something else, I still think stands. But I wouldn't be surprised if she was actually created by World System to be another tool to like manipulate and get things moving, to, you know, keep an eye on things. But I think some of that is left up to your interpretation deliberately of what Ao actually is. Like, how much of her is a normal girl, how much of her is like influenced of godhood. Because there's even implication that, you know, all of her real memories are fake, with, you know, her heartscape being so perfectly fixed into such a specific way that her memories are fake. That she might have just be something that exists only in this realm, which is why no one remembered her when they left at the end of the game. And so the cycle continued because no one remembered her, so no one realized she was there. She went through the system pattern again. And I'm hoping the true ending will be making her real by someone remembering her. You could say that. Not very well, though. She never answers when we try to talk to her, and she just disappears as suddenly as she arrived. That's exactly what happened to me. She was gone before I knew it. Is she a ghost? No wonder, but she's never done anything to us, so I don't think she's bad. Sorry, we should have warned you. No, it's okay. We're going again today, right? To the faraway? Yeah, we gotta be able to find some clues over there. Oh, who's messaging? This is bad, this is bad, this is bad! What? Anyway, I need someone needs to come to the study room ASAP. I wonder what happened. Let's go check on her. Can I change costumes now? No. What's up? It's gone. Gone? What's gone? Our food, it's all gone. We know this is Yuzu now. We know this from context that Yuzu's our food thief. Huh. Look at me that. You snuck in here and had yourself a midnight snack, didn't you? What? No, I would never. Don't you know how important food is in this harsh world devoid of pleasures? Why does she sound so desperate? What about our quality of life here? Thank you for always cooking for us, Yuki. Oh, it's my pleasure. Wait, no, this is important. I doubt Kokoro and Reina would do something like that. It's got to be one of us. There's no one else here. Yeah, I can go and get whatever we need. Well, if you're offering. I'm sure I'll get some aside, though. I know how side quests work. Where did our food grow legs? Balloon cabbage, okay. We'll go out to steal food. I'm sure it's one of Wild Fantasy at Kinjo's. Can I make more food actually before we go? So I can survive. Ugh, no, never mind. We don't have any. That's the only thing I really wish. Of all the things that I wish carried over, the biggest one by far is food. And oh, I thought we had to go. I guess we have to look around and get balloon cabbage. Right, I thought we had to go to the Heartscape to go get the food. Oh, you have to actually accept it first. Right. And then it's like, hey, if you check on the phone, you can ask for extra details. I just walked away. I was like, yeah, we're fine. I just walked away. And there's more side quests outside. Hello, Reina. Defeat 5 basic enemies. Okay, that's gonna be... I wonder if you keep the crafting recipes you find. Doesn't look like it when I clicked on it, but we can hope. You think so? Oh, I wasn't even reading, sorry. There. I've been thinking, what about the way you fight? You put yourself in too much danger. I feel anxious just watching you. You think so? We're winning, so all's well that ends well, right? Things may not always go this well. Just the other day, you were cutting it close. You need to think more about your stamina. You can't be constantly attacking all the time. I could do that if I really wanted. All the demons we fought so far were so weak, I just didn't have to. Then prove it to me. Does Kokoro have something for us as well? No. Coco's just chilling around the courtyard. Dun, dun, dun. Actually, I can check. No. No, because these are my crafting recipes. No, you do not. The only thing you keep is, I said, half your talent levels, your database files, and your fragments. And the reason why you keep your fragments, the reason why you keep these, is because apparently, if you give different dialogue options, you get different fragments during dates and whatnot. So they let you carry them over for the sake of, you know, it leads to different things. Because, oh god, we got a lot of them. It's going to be interesting to try and figure out what I want to use in the early game as we start building up. Like, what would be the best to go with. Like, experience boost is going to be, like, almost necessary. It makes a lot more sense on Death Wish. Yep. But I feel like the experience boost is going to feel more necessary in early game just to kind of give us some breathing room. It's also weird going into a dungeon by just walking to the path and not touching the wheel. Again, because I forgot that you do this at the start. You just walk straight in and they do this little transition scene of you walking in. Press square to swing your weapon. And L1 to bring up the map. No stealth though. I'm just press circle to see if I can try and sneak on the enemy. Nope, no stealth yet. I'm going to be trying to cut grass a bit more just to try and gather resources as soon as possible. Oh, this is a mandatory enemy. Well, there goes our one item. Thanks, game. Thanks for making me use it. I'm not concerned at all that I'm going to regret that. Oh, okay. Now we've got the stat boost from, like, banking up on that. Look, this is more appropriate damage. That's more appropriate damage because we got all those boosts and whatnot. That will help us get our foot in the door. To be honest, I think the hardest part of this game will actually be Shio's. Because that was the hardest part of our normal run. We left Shio's dungeon more often than anything else. Kokoro, they're still teaching you everything. So I imagine even on Death Wish it won't be too insane. And Shio, we just don't have the resources that you start getting in, Hina's. When the wheel was first introduced, I kept going out of the track. I kept going onto tracks out of habit. Yeah, I think I did on stream. I think I was caught doing it a couple times before I went, oh yeah, right. I'm going to be making even more of a habit to fight every enemy we come across, though, just to try and make sure we get some breathing room. Because how much does this enemy actually hurt? She's... okay. If that enemy had hit, we would be dead. I need to put these guys on manual for a sec. Hey, can you, heal? Thank you. Nice. Then I like how much time you actually spend in Kokoro's dungeon, because I was thinking about it before I started, this NG Plus playthrough. I was like, I ended up spending like two and a bit streams just in Coco's Heartscape, and then after that, it was almost like a Heartscape stream, or like close enough to it. I know it's because it's introducing everything, but we actually spend a fair amount of time here, which is probably part of the reason why it feels so nostalgic, because you spend so much time getting used to things here. This is almost like quite a safe space in of its own way. Don't kill me. Okay, she's dead. We're in trouble. We need to leave. We have no way of picking her up. We have no resurrections. Yeah, that's just healing. That's not resurrection. We need to leave. Yeah, it's a good thing if Protag goes down, it doesn't just end. Oh, God. Yeah, we're leaving after this fight. We need to get a reset and maybe try and make some healing. It's a good thing you still get experience even in death. Just get me the hell out of here. And since plot won't advance till we actually do Yuki's request, we can actually spend some time gathering resources and grinding out a little here. But we don't even have the ability to like make special bonuses for it yet. Yeah, now we're back to 0 for that quest. It's fine, so we need it. We need food bad. Oh, wait. Yep, not a force of habit. You gotta do this way. That's talking of Persona logic. I'm surprised they haven't changed that yet in the series. I would have thought they would have, eventually got around to making it so if Protag dies, the fight continues. I get it that it'd be an uphill battle because obviously you're like in modern Persona games, you're the only one with the wild cards. You're the only one that can change your persona. But most people carry a medic, and it's not really fair to assume they don't. Because when you get Hiyori and swap Reina out for her, you won't have a healer unless you're planning on go full. Shit, you make a good point. Oh no, I didn't even think about that. Uh-oh. I didn't even think about that because I'm so used to normal where we really didn't need to worry about a healer. I might just... We'll see when we get there. I could just go all in on healing items. If we start getting Rattan Baskets again, we're set. Because Rattan Baskets heal groups. And we can just have someone fulfill the role and just make sure we stay stacked up on it. But yeah, I might actually need to reconsider when we get to Hiyori. Ooh. We'll figure that out. I don't really want to swap out Hina because then Hina really won't have much time, and I think her combo game will be a lifesaver for damage dealing later on in this difficulty. You know, because the combo ring racks up the damage later on. I keep on going to press circle to check where the enemies are. We need to get to that stealth section like prompt. Oh, okay, I need Coco to live. Thank you. It was good timing too. That's why I just went for the item. Child that teaches a healing spell. Yeah, mate. Oh. If Reina goes down, we're fucked. I need to keep you going. There's no two ways about it. If Reina goes down, we're screwed. Yeah, we're going to do a few cycles of this, I think, to just try and get some resources and put ourselves together so we can actually survive the oncoming storm. I'm not, as much as I joked about it earlier, I'm not too fussed about grinding levels. My priority is going to be making sure we have enough resources to always have something to jump to if we get caught. Like we get stuck in a corner kind of thing. That's only one on its own. Okay, that's ideal. If it's on its own, we might be able to kill it before it gets a chance to really ruin our day. Or, Coco's day, apparently. Jesus. Nice. Oh, right, I forgot she learns. That's one of the support skills, isn't it? I recognise that icon. You're doing plus him or the approach. Yeah, it will be. It's just the plan. It's going to be Ao, Hina, and Hiyori. Oh, we can't check the support skills just yet. Interesting. Okay, no, it's not even a support skill. I'm talking out my backside. It's a boost knockdown. Woohoo! Actually, no, I'm not going to use that item. I'm going to book it. I'm going to leave again, and then just go back in. You know, I'm glad the game loads super quick, because we're going to be going in and out a lot. I'm calling it now. It's going to happen a lot. We're going to be constantly jumping in and out. I want to get more eggs, so I want to get up there and nab them. As in, obviously we can mix it up. If it gets to a point where the triple trouble of the pro tags ends up really not working out, like really not working out, I can always alternate and mix it up and see where it leads to. It's just my kind of self-built rule is to not rely on Shio and Kokoro again. Just because I did that on the normal playthrough, and I want this one to still feel more different, even in the gameplay things, that we rely on different characters. Because Kokoro is such a glass cannon, and Shio is such a great all-rounder. Nice. I'll fight this enemy. I won't try and, after this one I won't fight any more enemies because we're at level 5-ish already, so I think we'll do okay for now. I hope. Game's loading is fantastic, even on PS4. I'm surprised it loads so well in late game with everyone around. Yeah, it's I wouldn't be surprised. Also, we can kind of see ahead of the game. Can you see on the minimap? There's the yeah, that's because we're in the range of it, but we're not supposed to be able to know that's there yet. But I wouldn't be surprised if the game already has every single character model loaded, good to go, which is why the loading's always so quick. It's just, you know, we don't see their models. They're probably like beneath the map or something until they're available in the plot. Because there's a few games that do that, because then it makes it so the loading doesn't get tanked when more stuff gets added, because you don't need to, because it technically isn't adding anything, it's just now you're seeing it. Because otherwise you get games like Tony Hawk's Project 8, where Project 8, that game gets slower and slower and slower the further you go, because the areas don't load in until you unlock them. And yet, so when you unlock more and more areas, the game has more to actually have to render at once. And so it does get slower and slower. So even though it's not that bad at the end, you can feel like it's slower because of how they loaded it. Where if they just loaded everything at the start, or made it, you know, the modern technique of making the bubble load, where if it's too far away, the render lowers, it probably would have been fine. Alright, I did your quest. How about that? Seems I was wrong. You can fight very well, even though you died once. I told you I was awesome. If I just fought like that from the start, I wouldn't have had to... Well, were you worried about me? It would be trouble if you were to get hurt. That's true. The only time I've seen this game kind of get slow on loading is when you skip cutscenes. If you skip a cutscene, it feels like the game does a lot of its loading whilst the cutscene's playing. And so if you skip it, you're sitting. Maybe if Hina, Hiyori, and even Ao get too injured, you can tag Reina in. Yeah, I might make Reina my support unit so I can tag her in. Alright, more food. We have 15 cabbages, we're fine. I just want to make more. I think make as much food as we can to survive. When we unlock the ether stuff, that would be our best bet. When we unlock the ether stuff, I'm going to be exploiting that to High Kingdom Come to try and make as much food as possible. Hey, I have 12 of these bad boys, have them. Alright, think this should be enough? That's perfect, you're the best, Al. Yeah. Let me finish my conversation with Kokoro. I'll talk to her more. Oh, this is introducing dates. Before we do that, though, can we go upstairs? I want to see if 2A's unlocked. We must. It might be a plot thing anyway that we might have to actually, you know, do so much first. Oh, the classroom is locked, so I can't get inside. Nope, never mind. Maybe later. If we reach the end of this playthrough and it's still not unlocked, it's going to be the biggest goddamn mystery of this game. What is in 2A? What is hiding in that room? Well, I get it's not the only room that's locked. but it's the most, like, noticeable because 2B is unlocked. But it could easily be like when all the characters are unlocked, then you can go in because it involves everyone or something. Which is why I'm not going to give up completely just yet. Teacher's Lounge? Not that I want to anyway. Oh, is Raina's special room locked? Because I never checked it until after, like, you know, we barge in. If we go to it now, is it locked? Because Raina doesn't want us there. Because it's still her secret room at this point. Oh, no, it's not. Oh, interesting. You can just come in here. A shark? Why is there a shark here? Is there anything else I can interact with, or is it just nah? I wish I could read Japanese. I'm really curious what all that says. I imagine it's just generic stuff, but still. Oh, well, it's worth checking. I know I'm time wasting, but you can't blame me for being curious. I also want to double check the locker room one more time. Nope, still nope. Alright, Kokoro. Oh, you know what I've just noticed? Can you see it? That's the summer island that we can't go to till chapter 10. I never even realised that was there until the game pointed it out in chapter 10 in the main playthrough. That's... I need to go back through my live streams in the first one to see if she was always actually been there. Imagine if 2A was the key to the true ending and it was our owl face all along. Yeah, maybe. But I need to check my old streams. If that was there on the first playthrough, then I feel stupid that I never noticed that was there. So I still think 2A will just be, assuming it does open, it might not, it will just be like illustrations and soundtracks checking. It's just, it might be things, there might be like a little scene when you walk into it that involves all the characters, which is why it might not unlock yet. We'll have to see after we get Uta, and if not, we'll have to see after we get Uta's Heartscape finished. And if it's still not then that room is just a forever mystery. The plot twist of the third game's going to be in it, as far as we know. We were talking like this when the Fari first appeared, weren't we? Yeah, that's right. I like this place. There's something about it that makes me feel safe and secure. Check my game for the island since I don't have the DLC. Yeah, it might not be there. It might only appear when you have the DLC. How so? It's like my own secret hideout. Actually, I can imagine it really won't be visible until you have the DLC. Otherwise, that'd be kind of cheeky. You know, just to have content in sight that you can't access unless you have the DLC stuff. To be fair, so the DLC is fun. I'm glad I got like the Ultimate Edition of this game when I brought it. And at some point, I hope to try and get the physical Collector's Edition of this game, but it seems like it's all sold out everywhere. And I don't want to play extortions to get it off second hand. I want to see if there's a restock later on. Oh, but this is what triggers Kokoro's memory. Secret hideout. It's like my own secret hideout. Do you ever build secret hideouts as a kid? And so now we know. So yeah, that's what led to this dungeon opening. Did I? Secret hideout. Secret hideout. Something tells me maybe I... What's going on? Look, over there! Also, how did Kokoro point before it even happened? Before it even started to happen? That thing just came out of nowhere. Is that this normal here? No, I've never seen anything like it. Maybe an Australian version of Blue Reflection 1's in there, so it's so securely locked away. So I can only imagine the only reason it didn't make it to the West is because of how much more fan servicey content is in the first one over the second. That's the only thing I can think as to why Blue Reflection 1 never made it to AU. Resource join. Hey, what have you done? And that was Lime freaking out. Now we have context. Who is this? No idea. Resource? Who are you? I'm Resource, a super duper guide to help you with everything you need to live here. By here, do you mean this world? Do you know something about this place? As that has something to do with living here, I'm afraid I can't answer that. Oh, what you would tell us whatever we wanted. What's that thing that suddenly appeared? That place is super dangerous. You should not, under any circumstance, go near it. Did we ever ask Lime why she didn't want us to go to that? Dangerous? Why? Because it's connected to a different world from this one. Different world from this one? Yes, so do not go near it. There's no telling what might happen if you do. Dangerous, huh? We should go to the other world. But Resource just said it was dangerous. But we might be able to get some clues there about how to get you back to your world. Huh? And that's how we met Resource. That was sure a surprise, huh? Wonder what made it appear. It's your memories, Kokoro. Or maybe Resource would know something. You think? Yeah, let's ask. Resource? Hello, hello, how can I help you? Why did that world appear all of a sudden? It's something to do with living here, so I can't answer that. Oh, rude. Yeah, you're mean. Oh, hey, Yuki. Hey, dinner's almost ready. Din-din's in 5. Get over here. Yes, ma'am. Go get food. I'll probably go to like 1-ish, like another hour yet. I'm aware that this stream's going to be super short as a result, but that's my own fault for starting late. Tomorrow it should be a bit more, you know, normal affair. Even if we'll be starting Hat in Time tomorrow. I need to get a day. I don't know when it will be. I need to get a day. If there's a point where I know I'm going to be completely free from like the start of the day, like it's like 8 AM maybe, it's like all it's like 5 PM. I need to make that a Blue Reflection day, because I think that's the only way we're going to get through this reasonably. If we're hunting down these extra scenes, if I can hunt down like an 8 to 9 hour stream day, it's just there's a reason why I rarely do streams that long. It's very difficult for me to get that amount of free time. That being said, though, yesterday I've tried to pick up. I say tried to pick up a new hobby, like I'm actively searching for one. But tried to pick up a little something different. I know I'm going off topic again. I started trying to draw. Like I probably won't on this stream because if I'm being completely honest with you, it's still very warm, and because I know I don't have face cam on, I haven't put a shirt on, so I don't want to put my face cam on and you just see, you know, that my chest. But I've started trying to pick up a drawing again. Because I do, as I said before, I do a lot of writing, and my inspiration is I've been drawing the locations of my book, or at least trying to, because it's a double. Firstly, it's something I can actually show people and be like, hey, this is kind of the areas I'm imagining, this is what I'm going for. But it also works out as like when I'm writing in these areas, I actually have like a blueprint to work off again. I can be like, okay, this location is here, this is there, yada yada. Or like with the Kingdom of Zenelheim, my book, there's 9 islands, and all of those islands have a name and a place on the map. It's like I needed to draw those islands so I know where they are when I'm writing, because if they start on Gothita Island and they end up at Onaheim, yes, I know, forgive my names, I need to explain what's through it. Like physio tomorrow. Oh, good luck with that, dude. I do a lot of physio for my ankles, and like it can be a work of art sometimes. But it's like I need to go. Like, I need to write through Sistos Island, Fluctus, Hail Shell, and Wolfetchex. I know my island names are weird, but it makes sense in the context. I promise. At least I hope so. And it's like, okay, where are those other islands? Where are they? So I draw them to actually get a feel for them. Or like Fortune City in Liverpool. That's a ginormous mega city with a big castle in it. Where is everything? Where's the entrance they walk into? Where are all the spots that are significant? What route are they taking to get to the castle, etc, etc. So being able to draw those like blueprint almost documents has really been, to be fair, quite fun to do. That was great. I didn't mean to get off topic. It's just I've been trying to draw. That's all I was more trying to get at. Everybody, we have a problem. Well, what happened? You're soaked. So this is, I know, like, some people might genuinely be slightly disappointed in this, but if at the same time, I'm really happy for this. I love the fact that they didn't do the first game's weird thing with the see-through clothing when they're soaked. If this was the first game, you'd be able to see straight through Coco's shirt right now, and I'm glad they don't do that anymore. I'm glad they moved away from that in the second game, because it was kind of creepy. Really cool. I love drawing and sketching if I can't do it myself. Really respect the art. Yeah, I do. I love artists. It always kind of hurts me when I see someone like, you know when someone does like a quick sketch, and then they like scribble it up or something because they're not happy with it, and I'm like, no, that's amazing, keep it. And they say, nah, I'm not happy with it. I'm like, nah. Like, it always breaks my heart when someone does that, because I think art's so amazing and so cool if you can do it. And so I'm not even it's not like I'm drawing people, because I can't draw people to save my life. I'm just drawing locations. It's literally like a blueprint design sort of thing. Just come with me. Oh yes, the leaky roof. Is that a leak? There's a crack in the floor of the roof. I think that's where the water's coming from. Well, we can't just use the second... We don't really use the second floor anyway. Can't we just leave it? It will dry up once the rain stops, right? And his resource goes, no. Lime's like, no, look after your goddamn home. You might not want to just leave it. The walls inside are susceptible to water damage. You don't want the school to fall apart, do you? Taking care of the leaks is key to a happy and comfy home. And we're only gonna do this once. I wish that there was more maintenance stuff throughout the game. But the only real maintenance stuff you do is fix the roof, clean up the garden, and clean up the front gate, and like that's it. Hey, Resource has been able to hear our conversations this whole time. How in the world? Well, how are we supposed to fix this thing? It's like the Raditz saga of this game. Yeah, that's a good comparison actually. It's getting late. We should pick this up again tomorrow. We can check the faraway too. There might be something useful there. That's true. I wonder if it'll stop raining by then. It didn't stop raining. So yeah, I'll go for like another 50 minutes-ish. And then wrap up. And then tomorrow is A Hat in Time, which will equally be a very cozy game. Because if you've never seen A Hat in Time, all you need to know is that game is one of the most adorable games ever. It's not as wholesome as Blue Reflection, because, you know, there is, like, a horror realm, but it is about a kid making friends with all the bad guys. And so it does have a lot of really cute, wholesome charms to it. It's just there's a few odd parts in it where you kind of raise an eyebrow to it, and you're like, oh no, that thing is actually trying to kill us, okay. Or, like, if you go to the Mafia men and offer them a high five, they just punch you in the face, and you're like, okay, thanks, guys. But they only punch you in the face if you offer them a high five, and it's like, okay. Oh. How was it? See, it still seems to be leaking. Well, yes, we have to fix it properly after all. We go to the far like we planned then? Yes, we need to find something we can use to fix it. Watch this place whilst we're gone, Kinjo. What? I want to go too. It's too dangerous. She's worrying about Yuki. You know you can't fight. Why am I the only one who can't fight? It's okay, when we get Kurara, you'll have a buddy. That's right, Yuki can't use her ring's powers like the rest of us. It's our first time in the faraway that we learned our rings have special powers. That's actually, now I think about it, Yuki's the only one without the ability to fight for a pretty decent stretch of this game, because it's not until Kirara joins. But that's Coco, Shio, Hina, and Reina's dungeon away. You know? That's not till chapter 5 in this 11 chapter game. Technically 12 if you want to count the prologue as its own chapter. Yeah, back when they first got there. What was that? Resource, let's ask it. Good idea, Kokoro. On it. Resource, what's up? So, you know that world we talked about before? Something crazy appeared. Didn't I tell you to stay away? That's what you get. Okay, we're sorry. Please just help us. Well, you've already gone in, so there's no point in warning you anymore. Let me explain. Here in this world, hostile creatures known as demons will appear. They may look majorly scary, but that's very lime in that right wording. So now we know it's lime, I can see the wording. There's a way to deal with such pesky things. Really? Call forth your reflector's weapons by infusing the rings you're wearing with your feelings. Reflector? Oh, right. Ao, Coco, and Reina have the reflector reaction, so only they can use the weapons. Why am I the only one that's left out? Because she's not a reflector, she's a tool. Well, hey guys, I don't think this is a good time to talk, demons. So soon. I think it's do or die time. Everyone use your rings, well, everyone except me. And rings? What do you mean infuse our feelings? I don't know, just feelings, you know? Like a craving for ramen or cake, whatever you can come up with. All you ever think about is food. Feelings, feelings, feelings. Think of your goth streak, Al. Think of your goth phase. And get that scythe out. I want to be somebody. We replace the first game's battle theme, and then we get their weapons. Kind of like how the most modern personas, except 3, the navigator's introduced after a few playable party members. Yeah, like how you start with Teddy, and then you get Risei, or then you start with, fucking Mona. There we go, I had to think for a second. And then you get Futaba. I mean, technically you do that in 3 as well, because Mitsuru is on support until Fuka joins. I had to think for a second what her name. I haven't played Persona 3 in a while. So it's not even an except 3. 3's the same deal, because Mitsuru takes over navigation until Fuka joins. But if in P3, it's like the second new member. It's like literally the second full moon Fuka's introduced, if I recall. So you still have dungeon. You have like one actual like major event before you get to hers. What's happening? Also, that was the wrong voice I did. That was Coco that said that. I thought it was Yuki. And so we discovered the powers the rings had. No, I'm going too. It'll be so lonely here all by myself. That's not the point. Well, there shouldn't be a problem. We could just protect her, right? Yay, I love you, Al. But if things get nasty, you have to run away. Got it? Yes, ma'am. Is it Reina being super worried for her? I imagine it's chapter 1 then that we have to go to before we can change our clothes. Put on the summer shirt. I can quickly check again now, but I doubt we'll get anywhere. Oh, actually, maybe we will be able to. Oh no, this is where it opens up all those little scenes, isn't it? That we'll be able to find. All the benches and all the extras. This ring seems really well made. Might fetch a good price if we sold it. Just because you can't transform doesn't mean you should sell it off. You never know, you might be able to fight with us someday. Knowing Yuki, she'll drop it when she's changing clothes or something and it'll be lost forever. I could definitely see that. What? No, I won't. Jeez, you guys are so mean. I like how in most modern personas... Oh no, dude, that's the thing you just read. That's the thing I just read. I'm an idiot. For some reason I thought you just wrote something else. I told you I'm tired. I bet Al calls her reflected transformations Moon Shadow in secret. Oh, you have seen that specific scene then. You have seen that specific scene if you know Moon Shadow. I bet she does too. And she probably has a secret nickname for everyone's reflector suit, knowing Al. Back into the burning heat. If they want to do more in the weather, I'd love the third game to actually take place during the winter. I think I said it before, but I'd love to go to like a like for it to snow at the home base at some point or something. You know, this is just, you know, don't mind me, enemies, just scrounging for resources I know I really need on this run right now. Can we trigger the optional scene up on the tree now? Because I need to make sure that I can always prove my point that, you know, you do need to be like hyper aware to get some of these optional scenes. So if I skip this, okay, that one was a bad example. That one I think was already loaded in place. But is there a little scene when I go across this now? Or is that still later on? Assuming it lets us like watch these old scenes again. Because it let us watch the one in front of the house, but that might be more scripted. Well, I suppose we'll find out when I get to the other tree branch. This Fuka was the second dungeon, Risei was third, Futaba was fourth. They push it back a dungeon each game. That's actually a very good observation. We'll come with Persona 6, but it's the sixth and the fifth dungeon then. Actually, I'm going to wait for that attack to hit. Yep. Oh, never mind, I forgot auto was on, so Reina just did her own thing. But in general, I'm just curious about what P6 will be. I think there will be a part of me that will genuinely, like, no matter how interesting and good the game ends up being, there will be a part of me that will be slightly disheartened if it's another mute male protag in high school with just a different look to them. I think that would genuinely kind of be a little disheartening and feel like a little uncreative. Like, even if it's fantastic, there will still be a part of me that's like, come on. You know, like there's so much more you could be doing with this other than just making it a mute male high schooler in every single game. Persona 2 Eternal Punishment was really fun because you played as, you know, a college girl. Yeah, she was still mute, but it was something different. Whilst Persona 1, 2IS, and then 3, 4, 5 are all just, you know, the bog standard mute male high schoolers, that's it. I mean, at least the protagonist in Persona 2 had a motorcycle license, so it was at least something that added a bit to his character. But like, that was it. Like shonen, so she'd only geeked out on the transformation? Oh, absolutely. And if anything, she should be encouraged. I think she should be encouraged to, because it makes it more exciting. Can you imagine? They're in like a fight, fighting for their lives, and Al's just like, "Whoa, Reina looks so cool," you know. Oh, Yuki's hair is having a moment there for a second. Had a good look through this area. I doubt we'll find anything useful. I guess that means we have to go this way. That's where the powerful demon we saw before was. We blocked this off for a reason. I wonder. The power that you all of you have got is not simply a weapon. It can become anything you want with enough emotional energy. Introducing crafting. Now try transforming, unlocking the true unlock the true power of a reflector. I'm a female protag with some kind of personality outside the social link choices. The thing is, the only reason why I have faith that they might be doing that is because Soul Hackers 2 exists. Soul Hackers 2 screamed to me from the very first teaser that they're experimenting. Because it's a female protagonist, it's an adult female protagonist, and she has her own personality. Like in the trailers, you see her be cheeky and have her own bounce and her own character and her own voice. They're experimenting with different ideas through Soul Hackers. And then they'll probably take what works and put it in Persona 6. At least that's my theory, because Soul Hackers 2, you look at the gameplay and the systems for it, it is really, really like Persona, but in the future, in how they're handling Soul Hackers 2. Which makes sense, because Soul Hackers 1 was from the 90s, so how would you innovate that? Well, take what works and what you other games you've made. So just take the Persona formula. Well, I wouldn't be surprised if there's something similar to Social Links in Soul Hackers 2. Not that I think that's been announced, but I wouldn't be surprised if something like that's in that game. Transform? What does that mean? I don't know. I guess we have more power than we can use. It's possible. Either way, we're a lot more used to fighting now, so we should be okay to continue in. I don't know if I agree with that, Al. I think we should give it a try. I think we're just gonna... Okay, we got everything moved in the end. I completely forgot about that scene. Alright then, here we go. Oh, we're gonna get our first glimmer of Coco's memory now, aren't we? Oh, there it is. Oh, there she goes. Guys, we can do this. I mean, if I can at least get past the prologue and break into chapter 1, that'll be me comfortable. If it hits 1 and I'm still in the prologue, I might just continue a little bit just to try and get into chapter 1, so we know we've actually made progress on this, first stream. The only other thing that'll be a little different is that, like our post-stream, I put a thumbnail on all of them to make it so it's universal. I've picked out a different piece of artwork for that of Owl for the hard mode run, or this Death Wish run, so it can be more easily identified as, oh no, this is a separate run from the last. I was shifting. Okay, I know our gears shift. Play well, you level up. Everything has the points on the skills, which then bump them up. You get them to level 3, you actually then stand a chance in fights. If you get knocked down, you lose it. And you can change skills by spending more. God, this enemy is so tanky. I guess it's probably more tanky just because it has to be for the tutorial, but still. But yeah, I really want a female pro tag in Persona 6. I'm so tired of it just being mute blokes and mute high school blokes. I said my ideal would be like, if they want to keep the whole schedule theme that Persona 3's had, where, you know, you have like a yearbook schedule that you have to go through, make her a college kid instead then, because at least then it opens up different doors. You know, opens up different doors of like story writing in the game. Right, yep, I know how knockdowns work. No 1v1s until Shio's. 1v1s, I wonder if 1v1s will change much. If like the window of opportunity will get smaller on harder difficulties. No, I want to tap, heal, Coco, just be on the safe side. Oh damn, nice shot. Whoa, what was that? I don't know, before I knew it my clothes were all different. But I felt so strong. Because they did this in the normal playthrough. They make out that everyone transformed, but I don't think the fight lasts long enough for all of them to transform. I think even if you stopped our attacking and had the others attack, I think the thing would still die before all three of them transform. Yeah, my body felt so light. It was like I could do anything. We should be able to continue even further in like this. Oh, that was so cool. I want to transform too. I wonder what Yuki's reflector suit would have looked like. Actually, I'm really curious what it would have looked like. There's a part of me that thinks it might have actually been kind of pale to represent, like, you know, like a patient attire or patient clothing, you know, like the sheet sort of thing. If it would have like had that kind of colouring. What is this? I wonder if it's safe to touch it. Well, let's see. Whoa! You okay? You're not hurt, are you? No, I'm fine. Sorry to always make you do this. No need to apologise. I have to remember that Shio talks first. We're friends, aren't we? What was that? You guys hear that voice? Yeah, for Coco. It almost sounded like someone's memories. That's what exactly is this world? Maybe these are the memories we lost? Possible, there's no way. You say that, Reina, but wait till your hardscape. Just you wait. Just you wait. This is like the power of knowing. Oh god, those dogs are normal enemies now. How dangerous are you to fight right now? Am I going to regret picking a fight with you? Should I only be fighting Organization 13? Okay, that wasn't a one tap, so I can survive. I can argue. I can get through that. That heal was worthless though. That heal, if she'll still die in one more hit. There she goes. Uh-oh. Okay, don't fight the dogs. Got it. Unless you're going to use items to heal, don't fight the dogs. There, we look after each other. God, that heal is really not enough right now, Reina. Oh god. Okay, okay, don't pick a fight with the dogs. Lesson learned. Not yet, anyway. Oh my god. Okay. Kill it, please. Oh, thank god, we need to get out of here. Don't pick a fight with the dogs. Give me the fuck. I need to make more sandwiches as well if I can. But yeah, lesson learned. Do not pick a fight with the dogs right now. We are not strong enough. My favourite thing about FemC's role in P3 is the new social link, especially some like Rio from the sports team. It was really touching, and I love how Junpei's your mate and wingman. Yeah, I loved the alternate takes. I think starting with, like, there's a part of me that thinks, and I know some people might not agree with this, and that's fine. I think starting with both a male and female option right from the bat might be quite a lot to ask for in a new Persona game, just because of how many little things they have to worry about and how many little scenes they have to change and alter to make them feel unique and whatnot. But I wish more would do what Portable did and actually add it in an option in like what the inevitable like Persona 6 Super you know? That comes out like a few years later. Just make that the main, like the main content edition. And also, Atlas, please, it's 2022. Can we have our like director's cut specialized versions just be DLC and not a whole £50, $60 game again? Please, I'm begging. It was so ridiculous when I saw Persona 5 Royal was going to be a separate release. I kind of got it because, you know, it wasn't going to have a PS3 version, but it still seemed insane. It still seemed really weird that they didn't just, you know, update only the PS4 version or something, then do that first. And if they did that, it would be easier for people to experience the new content because they'd just be able to carry it over in the update. But if I had to pick, I would much rather a female protag in the next one over a male, just because I'm so tired of the male protags. Like, I felt it so much with Joker. I felt it so much in it. Like, I enjoyed the game, I enjoyed his place in it, but I was just not interested in him as a character compared to Narukami even. And even then, Narukami didn't have much for him. It was just, I was so tired of it just being another bloke, especially if it was another bloke with glasses as well. Like, it was the same character trope. Down to a T, like 2 games in a row. Is it Royal as DLC? Yeah, that kind of sucks. Almost every Atlas title has DLC, and it's like DLC that's like there at the day, on like the day of, and that just always kind of rubs me the wrong way. I would rather like getting Izanagi be like a super secret hidden collectible you have to find, instead of just buying it and it be like the strongest thing in the game, and you can use it right away. That's always been insane to me. Or when people get, is it Kaguya? Is Marie's persona that you could get in base P5, and it's like the most overpowered thing in the game because it starts at level 18 and its stats are super high for 18. So when you reach max level, its stats are ridiculous. Ah, screw it, I'll fight one more dog. I'm feeling adventurous. Oh, I just realised how low Coco's health is. Let's fix that quickly. So if you can hear the rumbling of a motorbike, I have got my window open. It is summer. So it's at level 1, so your heal's going to be useless. I need to get you to level 2, and I need to get you to heal yourself before you die. And I need you to heal yourself before you die. There we go. Try healing yourself, and we can pray that it's enough that you're rank 2. It really isn't. Okay. You should survive another hit, though. Did I just use that on myself by accident? Damn it, I thought it would auto... Damn it. I thought it would auto-target the person who needs it most. And Red Hair Golden was a nice design, very similar outfit to Joker's outfit. And I always thought they were going to make Femc. Yeah, a lot of people thought Femc was that she was going to be the new Femc and not, you know, like just a main character. And I am curious if at any point that was in consideration before they changed things. As I said, the actual base Persona 5 changed a hell of a lot from its announcement to its actual release. There's a reason why it was like winter 2014 and then it didn't come out till 2017 originally, because a lot changed. Alright, at least we leveled up and learned a new skill. I'm going to leave again though because I want to buy more sandwiches, but we're not going to fight the dogs again, at least not yet. Even if I level up, I doubt it'll be too worth it to continuously engage. What do we need for that? It says, keeps on saying need material. I'm like, what are we missing? I keep on doing it. God damn it. It's a hard habit to break. And it means that, you know what will happen? The very second I break it, it will be the moment Shio dungeons unlock and we have to use the wheel. And then I'll be going to the gate again. I've got half an hour to actually make enough progress to leave the prologue. I think we need... Is this where we have to do the stealth section? Well, is the stealth section in prologue or is that chapter 1? I think it's prologue, because you have to sneak around to get those resources, don't you? Or something like that. Excuse me, dogs. Please don't engage. And we're certainly not going to engage with those dogs. They rip my head off in normal. They will be deaf if we fight them in hard, I believe. We're looking demons around here. I wonder if there's any way to avoid them. Right, actually, this is the log of what I was thinking of earlier. If we run across this and it triggers a scene, then yeah, we can trigger old memory scenes again. Okay, we can trigger old memory scenes again, so we're going to get a lot of flavor text, because I'm basically going to follow the guide and make sure we hit every single one to make sure I get the trophy. I say that, my guide, quote-unquote, is 4 screenshots of what zones they're actually in, because I know what 4 I'm actually missing. You'd walk away with more than a scratch if you fell from this height. Want to race to see you can get across faster? And obviously, the proof of how much time you have to get this scene is the fact that Yuki eventually stops coming to Heartscapes with us. Joker's going to live at Sai's house originally, and maybe they scrapped Femc because the interrogation scene and the traitor scene might have been rough with a Femc. Maybe, yeah, to have some bloke kick the shit out of you and you're playing as a girl. That, like, they might have had to reanimate it to make it a little bit more tolerable. And not just some bloke beating the shit out of some teenage girl, you know? They might have had to change it a bit. But if anything, that's more reason to age up the cast. Because, I mean, shit, there's a trailer in Soul Hackers 2 where the new character Ringo straight up takes a bullet. It's in the trailer, that's not spoilers. It's in the first trailer. There's a point where Ringo takes a bullet in the leg. And it's like, oh shit, because she's an older member, they feel more okay doing things with these characters. Because she's an adult, they feel more okay, like, you know, putting a bullet in the protag's leg. And I'm like, yeah, do that in Persona. I want to see my characters get... Also, I don't want to see them get messed up, but it'd be a huge, like, it would be a wake-up call if you could get more than just, you know, some bruises and marks on you. Oh, so you can get cross faster? You're on! That's dangerous. How about we be a little more careful? How can you two be enjoying this? And for the record, although I haven't finalised the choice, I'll almost definitely be playing Soul Hackers 2 dubbed when it comes out and not subbed. I know some people like get quite fussy about that sort of thing, so I'm just kind of laying the law of the land right now. Atlas are very consistent with getting really good dubs together. So, from as far as I'm concerned, it's like, no, yeah, I'll play it in dub. And it's like some of the actors and actresses that have been revealed for it, it's like, oh, okay, no, we're in good hands. Like, Erica Lindbeck is involved. Erica Mendez, no, it's the role of the Ericas, is in it as well. Oh, his name slips my mind. There's a bloke that I recognise who voices Arrow. Like, there's a lot of, like, voices I trust is the easiest way to explain it. Voices that I know give amazing performances, and it's almost like a seal of approval if you see them. And they're in Soul Hackers 2, and like, okay, yeah, bring it on. A lot of familiar faces, admittedly, because, you know, Atlas be Atlas, they always make sure they get, like, the same group, but it's still, like, you know, a really good collection of English actors. I always find it weird how quick Joker recovered from the interrogation after his escape, especially how messed up he looks in the traitor cutscene. Yeah, well, he's literally covered in cuts and bruises, and when he leaves, you know, he was hauled in the back of a car, keep in mind. He leaves, walks in, and he's just fine. And then it's immediately on the hunt down Shido routine. There's no recovery time, really. Alright, yep, powerful attacks. I wonder how much powerful attacks will mess us up in this difficulty if we don't have the shield up. Yeah, by attack, you lose your combo. You can use this to put the shield up. Okay, that's not too... that does about the amount of damage it did on normal if you've got your shield up. It's just if the shield's down, we should be afraid, I imagine. God, our Ether recovery speed is so slow. So our Ether recovery speed is so slow because we had to start the game again. It didn't feel slow when we were at it, but look at how much it's just like crawling across the screen right now. Oh, jeez. I'll do that, because by the time the attack goes through, it'll be a good timing to put the shield down. Yep. That worked out. Okay, we need to start healing people. God, I can't wait for her healing to get better. Because she... Oh my god. When Shio joins, just for the sake of survival, I might have Shio replace Coco until Hina joins, just so we've got 2 healers. I'm not even kidding. I might do that. Literally just for the sake of survival. Because we're going to burn through our items way too quickly, and we're going to have to do a lot of what we did at the start with Red Soul Hackers 2 with Persona and like Blue Reflection. As someone, what you need to understand is it's a middle ground game of SMT and Persona. What I mean is Persona is more character than story driven, whilst SMT is more story than character. Like Shin Megami Tensei mainline SMT is much more focused on its narrative than it is about the characters that make it up, whilst Persona is a lot more focused on its characters than the story that's surrounding it. Soul Hackers 2 has been done by the Persona team, so it's highly likely it will be more character driven. However, they're adults, not high school kids, so it probably won't have the same time scheduling that the Persona games have. It will still be trying to make its own identity. And Soul Hackers 1, as I said, came out in the 90s, and so the formula has changed radically since then. So I heavily doubt it will be I heavily doubt there'll be much from that game coming into this. There are some things that are interesting, though, that I've learnt by paying attention to Japanese streams. They've unified the insta-kill spells. Technically, you use Shio less than Coco, so that makes sense. Well, I'm glad you're on my side. I'd say yeah, though. I'm very excited for Soul Hackers 2. I'd recommend it. But obviously, we don't know till it's out. We might come out and it not be great at all. But I have faith in it. I think it'll be great fun. As in, the fact that they're adult characters allows them to tell, more darker stories with it. The only thing is that I don't know if there's going to be a day and night schedule, and I don't know if there's going to be like a timetable sort of thing like Persona or Social Links. But yeah, get to my point. They've unified insta-kills. There's no light or dark magic anymore. There's just a unified one special magic called Mystic, I think they called it. Not Mystic as in the Persona one. It's like something else. It's like a special word for it. That's got all the insta-kills. That's got Harem and Moodoos and all the lot. It's all in one. So they've made it a little easier to try and, rely on insta-kills. It's made it a bit more one note. For one specific trait. All-out attacks also exist in Soul Hackers, but they work different. When you hit the enemy's weakness, it builds up a bar from what we've seen, and when that bar maxes out, instead of getting your whole team to attack at once, it's all the demons or all the personas for comparison in your stock join you to attack. So your all-out attack damage is dependent on what your stock is made out of, what demons you've actually got extra. Like if you've got a Yoshitsune and stashed away in there, you might get quite a lot out of your all-out attack. That kind of idea. Whilst if you've got a bunch of healers, your all-out attack might not be that great. They've also got this new thing where if you find when you're in the overworld, if you hit an enemy, you don't immediately go into a fight. If you swing your sword at an enemy and hit them, instead of going into a fight, you instead knock the enemy to the floor. And the reason why they do that now is so then you have the choice. You can knock them down and you can either go into the fight or the advantage, or if you don't want to fight them, keep moving. So it gives you more on-the-fly option and decision-making. You're not just trying to circle around enemies. You can just run straight up to them, go dunk, and then run past them if you want to. Which I think is a great quality of life feature. Also, how are we doing on health? I do want to leave again. I know we've got the stealth sections next, but just for the sake of resetting our health. And I also want to throw out there, I do plan to do the full 45 matches in the Gauntlet on the island. When we get to that, the rule of no Coco and Shio, because I used them last time, that will get pulled into question. Because some of those fights near the end, from what I can tell, actually get pretty damn tough. And so I'd want an ideal team over a restrictive, challenge team, you know? No idea was using SMT demons, it sounds even better. that I like Persona was to SMT. Yeah, so SMT is always a hard pull for a lot of people, especially coming from Persona, because it's so far less character-driven and so much more narrative-driven. Some people it can be quite off-putting because some of the characters feel like there's not much going on with them because they're just there to fulfill a role in some SMT games. SMT3 is a good example of it. I love that game. But the entire game revolves around 5 characters finding different reasons to rebuild the world in a different way. And all of those extra characters get like 3 or 4 like minute-long cutscenes throughout the entire game establishing their reason, and then you fight them and the final dungeon, and then you get the credits. Like, they really don't get much because it's more about the world and what's going on that the game cares about. And for some people that's quite off-putting because you want the characters to be involved. SMT4, however, actually does have a lot more character into it because they have a really tiny cast, really. They have a lot of side characters, but the main cast is literally you, Walter, Jonathan, and Isabeau, and that's it. There's no extra party members or anything. It's just that 4. So they actually end up spending more time on those characters because there's so little of them. So I wouldn't challenge the Battlefront. Wouldn't challenge the Battlefront 2 with my story team for the same reason. Yeah, exactly. That thing is huge. Not good. Seems much stronger than the other demons we fought. Right, so I introduce stealth, and so I need to remember to go back to the stealth section. Yep, I know how stealth works. It's a shame this is the only mandatory stealth section. Hey, need anything? There's this giant, and there's a ton of other enemies too. Resource, do you have any kind of power that can take care of these things? I don't think you'll be able to beat them as you are. I guess that means we have to try and not let them see us. We may not be able to defeat any of them, but I'll let you in on something nice to sneak past them. You can use your rings to sense if there are any demons around you. Sense demons, but focusing on your power of the rings, you can feel where demons are even when they're looking, which leaves it up to us to avoid them. I wonder if it really is that easy. Let's give it a try. Oh, that unlocks immediately because we're talent level 6 with Kokoro. That is the ultimate proof as far as I'm concerned. That right there is the ultimate proof that my theory, because I've theorized on it a lot, and I was 99% sure on it that the talent level is what makes things unlock in the area. That's the proof, because that didn't unlock, but now we can detour and go get it. Does that turn around? No, it doesn't. We have to navigate the Reapers. But it's now I'm going to be more cocky with my stealth because I understand how it works better. Because as we've done the whole game with it. On my first run here, I was being super cautious and careful because I thought they might be able to hear us and shit. But it's like, no. Outside of like very specific circumstances, the enemies seemingly can't hear you at all. As we head over to like, the only like proper designed stealth section in the game. So I really hope we get more of this in a third game. Like actual like focused areas of stealth where we have alternate routes to go through and different ways to navigate around. Yeah, I gathered that's probably the intention. I just wish the level design like embraced it more. That's my thing. Like it feels like the level design stops embracing it, especially with that one stealth section we had in Yuzu and Lime's Heartscape. That was kind of insane. That one felt kind of bullshit. And it's when the camera panned over that bin, I thought when we first got here I'd be able to like get in it and hide in it. But no, they don't get that fancy with it, unfortunately. Right, the optional scene I missed in Kokoro is around here, and I don't know if we'll be able to trigger it now or if we have to trigger it later. But it's essentially like around here. So I run away. It's like around there-ish, I think. And so it didn't trigger then because we're still in the stealth section. Garbage bin's got dirt inside it. No, it's clay. I'm just starting to get clogged up in here anyway. Although, it could be used to fill up cracks. Let's take it back with us. And while we're here, I mean, let's pick up all this stuff. Glowing stalk, it's nice to have that now so we don't have to worry about it later. Oh, there's no recipes down here, is there? No, it's just a bunch of glowing stalks, so you don't have to worry about waiting till Kirara's, I think, to get it. I think it was Kirara's that had it, normally. Meh, meh, meh. So now I'm getting more ballsy because I know what I can get away with because of our first playthrough. When the first playthrough, I was super cautious all the way through here. I was very careful where I went because I was so paranoid, like, of how easy you could get caught. Does the game ever talk about what these little stone statues are? Because they're present in quite a lot of Heartscapes. Like, I remember seeing them in Kirara. I know they're in Reina's, and I know they're in Yuki's as well. Like, do these stone statues mean anything actually? Tarp. Better take it. You might have to cover up the leak. I know they're probably just set dressing, but you know they always just stood out. And there's that. We'll get that first. But we could use that demon's cape thing if we took it. Good idea. We'll wait here while you do that. Oh, come on. I was just joking. Because that's the sort of response I'd give if I was Al. Like, that's absolutely the response I'd give. I'd be like, yeah, okay, we're going to stay here. You go get it then. I've still sections in the quest for different pace, so it would have been nice, especially in areas like Reina's final zone, so you can appreciate the atmosphere more while searching. Yeah. So I agree. I was like, I kind of get why, and from what I've seen online, not everyone likes it as much as I do. There are some people that genuinely weren't on board with the stealth sections and found them quite annoying. And don't get me wrong, there were a couple we got stuck on for a while. The one with bloody Harem in Hina's we got stuck on for a while, and the Yuzu and Lime one was not the Yuzu and Lime. Yeah, it is Yuzu and Lime. That one we got stuck on for a while. It's packing tape. Better take it. We might be able to use it. I think we can fix the leak with this stuff. I think we should start. I think we can start heading back then. Run now! Oh, it forces us to leave that section, doesn't it? Yeah, I want to go back there. Game. I'm going to go back there as soon as I can. I think it was so many bad news. There are more like that thing we just saw. We'll have to be careful going deeper. Right. Well, at least we've got some stuff to fix the leak, right? Yeah, let's head over to the workroom and make something with it. And then watch as it like pretty much never rains again after this. Like all the hunting signs around the place. It says Coco's dad was a hunter in her bio. Yeah, and she also did some sharpshooting herself, so even though she probably didn't do it much herself, it's probably like a very, very prominent memory for her. All done. That should fix these pesky leaks. Let's give it a try. I think that should do the trick. Yuki's going to pour some water down from the roof, right? Yep. And we'll check to see if it leaks through. What a busy day it's been. Yeah, dangerous too. Yeah, it was quite scary. But I also thought it was a little fun. Like I said, I've had so much more to write in my diary since you arrived. I realised something when I was looking through my old entries. We've been spending every day the exact same way. But now, we're all working together and doing all sorts of things. I'm having fun. Kokoro. We're all done a bit on the roof. How's things on your end? Hello, nothing happened. Oops. I think it leaks, did it? No, it seems to be fine. Yay, we did it! Yes! We should tell Yuki and Reina too. She hugs her duck. Mission accomplished. I'm glad everything worked out alright. We had a few close calls. Yeah, we probably shouldn't go too far into the faraway. It's just too dangerous. But that's where we have to go. We want to find any information on getting you home, right? Are you giving up on that? So my throat's starting to go a little. It's starting to. You might have noticed over the past 10 minutes, my throat's slowly starting to wear. Probably another good reason why this stream being a bit shorter is in my favour. Well, if I was able to go home, of course I'd want that. But I can't put all of you in danger just for that. Don't worry, everything will work out somehow. I just showed up here all of a sudden, so who's to say I won't go home the same way? I think we should go deeper into the faraway. I was the only one who thought Reina's secret room would be where we would plan and build facilities, since it's a giant blueprint on the table and tools around. Yeah, and I imagine maybe at some point that was on the plans, but it would have been hella inconvenient in its positioning to sort it out all the time. So having it be in the same place you cook, just yeah, that makes sense. Like that's more like game versus narrative. Narratively, that is a good workroom up on the roof. But gameplay-wise, it would be annoying if you needed to alternate quickly between making resources and making facilities, or making food and whatnot, to have to go between them. Kokoro! Agreed. We should investigate it as thoroughly as we can. You two, you guys realize how dangerous it is, don't you? Yeah, but even so... Also, those memories we saw in the faraway, I think they might have been mine. What, seriously? Yeah. Ever since we first went in, I felt it, like I'd seen it all before. So if we explore all the way, maybe I'll be able to regain my memory. And perhaps we'll learn something about Al's world as well. And maybe get Shio in so we can start actually having some of the people we... It feels so empty without anyone here right now. And admittedly, actually, no, I have to admit that my reasons are selfish. Kokoro, if those memories are yours, then mine might be somewhere in there too. In that case, it's certainly worth looking into. Reina, it'll be fun as long as we're all together. Yuki! So, Al, we'd like you to come with us. Okay. Alright. Our adventure begin on the morrow. We should get to bed soon, it's a big day. Yeah, that's right, good night. Yeah, good night. And just like that, we had decided, and everything went into motion, that makes the rest of this game even happen, that they decide to just keep exploring. Despite our memories missing, and having no way to get home, the four of us started walking forward again. Seeking something new. And of course, Yuki and Reina join together. Once again, so I imagine that isn't supposed to be part of the foreshadowing, but it certainly feels like it. To find our memories. To find a way home. And find that special important something. Oh, it's time for the anime opening. Now that's just now we recognise everyone and we have context for some of it. At least we got this far. I was curious if the anime opening would, like, the anime-esque opening would play again in NG+, so I'm glad it does. You know, it's like the whole beach episode vibe with it. Like, and maybe we'll get to alter our costumes now. Yeah, there's Coco, there's, I could see, I think that was Hiyori in the back. There's Mio. Kirara. Oh, and Shio being a bean. There's Best Girl. God, the glow on her face, and that was kind of cool. Shio's dungeon. Oh, that's Iori. That's Kirara's. That's Uta's. Interesting. That could be either Reina's. Oh no, that's going to be. Let's say that one could be Reina's or Yuki's. That's Yuki's. That's the sisters. Kirara's. Kokoro's. Ah, I wish there was a cutscene where you saw all of them in their costume like that. It's a shame that never happens in the game, where you get all 6 of them lined up, already transformed, ready to fight a boss or something. That would have been sick to see in the game. There's Hina's, there's more. That's Yuki's, because it's the night variant. Introducing the major bosses showing up. Why don't we do this either? As we do some of these, like we have some, like that's for the group projects. That's Uta getting accepted into the group. That makes me think I need to go out at some point when it's raining to see if there's a scene like that I can twig. Because I can't help but feel like there probably is. Here's how much I've been typing in chat. Lol, love this game. No, it's cool, dude. I'm enjoying the bounce. When Uta joins the party, I need to turn it to rain and run around to see if we can get a scene sort of like that. I imagine that's just for this, but that was really cute. It was like, you know, in the rain, Uta looking down, it cuts over, and it's our open arm embrace, like, accepting her. That was cute as shit. Now we have context, that's cute as hell. Emotion shimmering in the heat. What a lovely morning. Shall we head to the faraway then? Yeah, let's meet at the bottom of the stairs when we're ready. Can I go change costumes now? Yes. You can sleep to change time. I guess if they're even in the intro, right? Oh, I was half checking to see if we got unlocked anything for New Game Plus. But I'm going to have Owl like this for most of the run. Like, this is cool, don't get me wrong. But at least for now, I'll give her this. I might change to that later on, because I'd like that too. I guess we'll keep as default. As much as she can go without the coat as well. That's a good alternate. You can go without the coat as well. I didn't even remember Reina having the no coat option. So she can go without the coat, which kind of makes these three kind of look a lot more similar, I'm aware, but it's fine. Because I don't like her ult. That's the problem. That's the only reason why I didn't use it. I really don't like her ult. Now, your cover art, Ow, yeah. But so I wanted to use a different costume for everyone just for something else to spice it up. But I'm not a big fan of the Hoshinomiya uniform on her either. These two make her look younger than she is. Whilst this still feels like kind of roughish around the edges, like it fits her better. You know, screw it, she's staying as that. Everyone else can go coatless, bright white shirt for the summer heat, because, you know, that's how everyone would be dressed for this. Right, side quest Mageddon. I was like, yeah, I know, you don't have to worry so much, Reina. I'm going on a picnic, so just scrimp on prep. I was waiting to press X, but I guess that's just a hint. So, Al, I'm kind of missing some materials for building stuff. Would you mind finding some replacements for me? I'll go get it yourself. I would if I could, but the problem is that they'll come from demons. Yuki and Hina's outfits will be tough, yeah. Demons, I got a 0% chance that I can get it all myself. Oh, I see now. Alright, so I'll pay you back. Fine, I'll get them for you. I feel like this one was I think this one was supposed to continue. Because it doesn't say, you know... I don't know what it does say. I don't know, that just seemed like an odd end of the conversation. Especially because she wanted us for two things anyway. I'm going to go find her and talk to her. That's you. Oh, so we can pick up your side quest. Actually, no, because Reina will walk away. No, let's just make sure you're prepared then. Okay, so maybe not. That just seemed weird. What's wrong? Something troubling you? Oh, do you remember, Al, the other day when you were exploring? There was a plant. It glowed with all the colours of the rainbow. I think I remember something like that. I can't help but wonder what it tastes like. And that's what you were thought about? You know, I was worried about you. What I'm going to do, I'm going to try and trigger that optional scene that's in the stealth area. Then once we see that, I'll wrap up then, because it's just hit 1. So you've got, you know, so we've already got something new in this playthrough, you know? Nothing's more important than our diets, Al. Food is one of the basic necessities for survival. Well, yeah, but fine. I'll bring some back next time I see one. And who else has a quest for us? Oh, hang on. Stack up on the resources. And now starts Coco's food questions. What's with the exclamation point? Who's in here? Oh, okay, we got 10 warm sand. Here, have one. I brought you some materials. Will these work? Ah, perfect. Such a big help. Thanks a bunch, Al. Yeah, you're very welcome. I wish I could keep you, I could help you all out there. We know that you're doing everything you can for us, Yuki. We have our own things that we're good at. Alright, Al, you're right. Hope you're ready for some more requests then. Now, what do I get you to get me next? Don't overdo it, okay? I just saw Raina in the background. She will reprimand you if you push us too much. She's level 7. Okay. She's level 7, you haven't dated her yet on this playthrough. Actually, speaking of, have we actually unlocked any new talents for anyone? Now we're slightly further ahead. No. Okay, we do need to get to chapter 2. Can I use this to actually jump straight to the second Oh. Is everyone ready? Yep. Oh, let's go. So I was going to check the wheel if I could just warp to the second area, but I think it's still the opening dungeon. You have to do the full run through every time. I wonder if those things are going to pop out again. You'll have to protect me, got it? Stay back if you're worried. Sure, it's hot. Way more than... It sure is hot. Way more than at the school. I wonder if the rank 4 scenes will be here for the characters who start higher than 4. I imagine when the dates start, we'll get their 2 and 4s and maybe their 6s depending on plot. Like back to back. Sort of thing. Like they'll kind of just stack them. And also like the rank 8 and 10 seem to be only in late endgame because it wraps up their character development a little. I could really go for some ice cream, but I don't think we're going to find these shops here. I am curious how many points Uta's going to start with, considering we got a lot more points on her beyond rank 10 when we maxed her out. Like, is she going to be like rank 9 when she starts? So I think she might at this point. Even if you halved her points, I think she'd still be quite high up there. I could really go for some ice cream, but I don't think we're going to find these shops here. We could always return to the school if we get tired. It's better to take our time with our search. Definitely, that's why we brought the food. I don't think I'll ever get used to this place. I wonder if what this sparkly stuff falling from the sky is. That's the ash. We know now. Doesn't seem to be snow. Doesn't connect on the ground at all. How strange. So feels like you'll remember something? Yeah, it's strange. I think if we just keep going, I'll remember. Let's see if we can't get further than last time then. Don't wander too far off, Kinjo. I know. What are you, my mum? Hey, I'm not that naggy. Yeah, she's just worried about you. Yet now the game's like, hey, you can hit from behind to get an advantage. Which is going to be our lifesaver for Death Wish, I feel, being able to just go first. I see, I don't know. Don't they all look good? Not having the jackets on. Oh! Oh, hang on. Ow! I think they both attacked Ow at the same time or something then. That was, yeah, she nearly died. There we go. Death Wish is dangerous. So I'm gonna be like, when on my first playthrough, I was still super resource conscious, but when plot started moving, I just moved with it at some points. But it's like now I know that can be quite punishing for us, so I want to like super stack up now whilst we can, and we also need to start collecting these memories again. And the dog needs to leave me alone. The dog is the only enemy I'm like really afraid of right now because of how much that ripped our heads off earlier. So I'm going to keep on going until we get to that point and try and trigger that alternate optional scene. It's also just going to be nice to see Reina in combat more, because we kind of like Shio joined, and that was like the last we saw of Reina, outside of like showcasing skills later on. And it's like I want Reina in the party because she's such a damn champion in the narrative. Hey, why are you always so jumpy? Am I? What's the matter? Do you look like ghost to you? Boo! Your face, you scaredy cat. Yeah, and then Shio, you know, the sweet, soft, kind Shio came in and beat the hell out of them. That's the craziest thing to remember. Now we know who Shio is. That, you know, in elementary, or it's like, what is that, like anywhere between like 4 to like 7 or 8 years old, maybe. I don't know how elementary ages work because I'm used to UK aging. Just, you know, attacked those kids for bullying Kokoro. Just struck out. You know, it's just so. Just every time I think about it, just goes. How does Coco do? How did Coco befriend someone like that? And how did Shio end up becoming the girl we now know her as when she had such a violent streak when she was little? Also, I'm aware I'm challenging the dog. I'm praying that the levels we're on will make enough of a difference. Ow. Okay, it's not too bad. We can fight. I think if we level up again, I'll be more comfortable with the dogs. And I sure as shit don't have any faith in us being able to beat the super dogs. I'm dumb enough to try it, don't get me wrong. But I don't fancy my odds. I need to make sure it's a sneak attack though. If I'm gonna try and fight these fucks, I need to make sure. Alright, here goes nothing. Let's see if they kill. Let's see if they like one-tap me. Coco got hurt the worst from that. I need to get you to rank 2. You top up Reina because she needs to be our medic if something goes wrong. Okay, that did 38 damage. Okay. Time to be careful. I'm going to put it on manual so I can pay attention more. Before you die, please. Okay. Run away. Get me the hell out of here. That was a bad choice. Get me the hell out of there. So I was thinking, Kokoro, is your reflector outfit a bit provocative? I don't get this conversation. I remember this on the first one. Like, I don't think Kokoro is that provocative at all. The only thing is, like, there's like a little, like, slight boob window on, like, her left, and like that's it. But outside of that, it's pretty normal. Is it? Now you mention it, I can easily picture you holding a whip or something. Yeah, it's pretty domineering look. I wonder what determines your form as a reflector. We fight with the power of emotions, right? So it might have to do with how you see yourself. Which means... I swear I'm just a normal girl, you all believe me, right? I want to see if I can get the bench scene now already. No, okay, that's be later. But yeah, lesson learned, don't fight the super dogs. We don't stand a chance. At least not yet. When we finish the dungeon, we'll be a higher level. I'll come back for them and give them another try. But on normal, they like kicked our ass and we barely survived. So I was kind of expecting Death Wish to be merciless with it. So we'll just sneak past them and I can speak. You can tell I need to wrap up soon, as I didn't sleep that well last night, and I ended up, as I said, had family round and whatnot, so I've been busy this morning, so I'm just a little bit slightly more worn down. I think Shio's reflector outfit is a knight because she felt like Kokoro's knight and guardian. Yeah, actually. And it also explains why there's chains hanging off the knight's armor, because she felt chained down to her life because of the restaurant and whatnot, her family shop. She felt chained down into her life, but also felt like a defender. Oh, are you on your way home? Yeah, I am. What about you? Let's walk home together. You don't mind walking with me every day? What do you mean? Well, you have so many friends, don't you, Shio? I bet there's lots of other people you could walk with. Oh, is that what you're worried about? Kokoro, I walk home with you because I want to, that's it. You don't have to worry about such silly things, Kokoro. At least now we can actually fill in the blanks as well as we go. Oh, I thought I'm about to raid that bin. Right, the optional scene that we missed is, it's in the stealth section. I pointed it out. We need to just get there, and then once we get there, I'll leave and wrap up. And maybe off screen between this one and the next one. I won't grind too much because I like the challenge as it stands right now, but grind just a little bit to try and get some resources together, you know? The big guy's up here, huh? Might be a good idea if we get a practice fight in first. That one looks like just the right size. Why would you point that one out, Yuki? Everyone get ready, let's do this. Oh, and that's teaching you about weaknesses, got it. It's teaching us about knockdowns, you can knock enemies down. Oh, I need to put you back on auto. There we go. I said, in Owls we know it's... well, I say we know, we joke about it. It's probably more to do with the fact that she's an anomaly of the system. That her outfit's so dark. But we put it down to... the fact that she had a goth streak when she was younger. Like, she had a goth phase. But at the same time, now that I'm looking at it, there's hearts all over her little costumes. Maybe that's representative of the bond she makes with everyone. You know, and how much she relies on them and loves the fact that she has these friends. I wonder how dangerous the Reaper enemies are right now. I suppose there's only one way to find out. Please don't, like, rip my head off. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna put you on... oh no, they went anyway, never mind. Okay. Let's try if we can get some pierce damage in. And Reina, can you please do me a massive favour and top up yourself first of all, actually, and I will heal me. And Coco, you just got to survive to your next turn. We need to get people attacking because it's just going to keep on building itself up and getting stronger. But I think Coco's going to die from this. Oh, barely not. I'm just going to go in. There we go. And I'm not going to waste my healing because I'm hoping to trigger that scene without any more encounters. I think that was also earlier the first time I've actually ran away from a fight in this game. Because of how dire it got so quickly. Yuri and Hina's look very similar with their white dresses and both with and a blue weapon. Yeah, I think unfortunately that might be an extension of just because, you know, she came from the anime, that they just, a lot of the anime blue reflectors maybe just have similar S designs like that. Here it is. This is the scene we missed. I wonder if we will find any cool stuff here. What do you mean by cool stuff? Some toys we can play with at school, maybe. It gets boring because there's nothing to do there. We demand entertainment. Shh, don't shout, we might be noticed. Right, if I check my database... No, that's memory shards. I want locations. Yes! Okay, so that's all of Kokoro. So we don't need to worry about optional scenes again until the sisters. Until Mio and Hiyori. And then there's one in Uta's and there's one in ours. So you've got quite a way to go. If you ever lost a fight in this game, I'm curious if you lose resources or anything on game over. I imagine I haven't yet, so but I'm sure it will happen in this playthrough. Oh, we can actually just view all the memories from here. Interesting. You can just see them all right now if you want to. Like, who's just got so many goddamn memories? Holy shit, 15. I'd like to think this game would be more on the generous side. Like, I'd imagine the game would probably say, like, retry or, like, reset just before the fight kind of thing. And I'm going to go loot these again because, you know, glowing stalks are very nice to have. And the fact that we have a consistent source of them right now because of the talent level is fantastic. I'll nab that recipe and that thing, then head back. So it just means I need to be evasive of enemies. I say that, I don't think... Oh no, there is a Reaper over here actually. I was about to say, I don't think there's any enemies over here. There is one. Excuse me, Reaper dude. Because the other optional scene in this area is on that log when you stand on it. Right, what recipe is this one? And why does it really need to be rattan baskets? It's not going to be for forever, but it is... Yogurts, okay. Right, let's get this and get out. I thought those two were up to something. They were secretly making a secret hideout. Seriously? This is our turf. I was going to give him a really shitty accent. This is our turf. They can't just go in here and do whatever they want. You have no idea who you're bullying. Let's go and destroy it. Yeah, we'll have to teach them a lesson. This is what happens when you keep secrets from us. Alright, let me... GTFO. Can I make any more food supplies? And then I'm wrapping up. Oh, actually, can I turn in that side quest? Yo. Yes, I have just enough. Have that. I brought the plant you wanted. Thanks, Al. Sorry, but this thing barely looks edible. Are you really going to eat it? And even without even cooking it? Are you curious what it will taste like? Maybe just a little, but I'm not convinced it's safe for human consumption. At least cook it first. Yum. You just take a bite? Thank you. Thanks, Gabo. How does it taste? I said tomorrow will be a hat in time. We'll be starting that, so then it'll be Tuesday we'll continue this. Yeah, sour. Kokoro, you okay? It's really, really sour. I can't stop drooling. Yikes, my condolences. But I think I could make it work if I used it as spice. I bet I could use it to make something delicious. Because it really is a tough gal. Oh yeah, you're a littles off here, rank 7. Oh, it only boosts the feds though, damn it. I was like, oh yes please, if I can make that many. But no, it doesn't actually heal any further than that, damn. I'll definitely make a couple though, because defense boost, that I might actually use that. Especially in the boss fight. I'm not going to make 20 odd, but I'll at least make like 10. There we are. Right, our first... I don't know what you'd call it. Our first step into this New Game Plus journey to break hour 3 of the time loop. It wasn't the longest stream, I'm aware. I went on for 2 hours and 34 minutes, which really isn't that long, unfortunately. But I started late, so that's just how it is. And we'll make it up with future streams anyway. They'll be longer. As always, thank you so much for watching. Let me remember to actually save. I'll make a new file, actually. I'll make a new file. There we go. There we go. And then return to the title screen. Oh, has it gone back to only a few faces on the title screen? It has. I was kind of hoping everyone would still be there. No, no matter. As always, I'll see you tomorrow if I hat in time, and then Tuesday we'll be back on this. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.